I feel ashamed that I'm like complaining about the heat. I feel like I'm like disrespecting my own culture because I'm walking out of the house. I'm like, oh, I'm getting heat rashes. Oh no, I'm getting like
you've been acclimatized. You've been acclimatized to Australia.
I was walking around Japan. I remember when I was in Japan, it was like really humid and hot, and I'm like walking around like, oh, wearing a singlet, going, oh no, it's so hot. Then these Japanese guys wearing full suits, casual and chill as fuck, walk past me, and I'm just like, oh. Dude. Man,
I kind of found that the same thing in Manila though.
Yeah.
Like I was clubbing at a club, everyone gets really muggy and stuff.
Yeah.
There's people in jackets, dude, and I'm like, man, I'm about to pass out from heat stroke.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I mean, I tried it. So when I was in Manila, I went to Intramuros and walked around in jeans. Male. That was a mistake.
That's courage.
It was a mistake,
Absolute
man.
courage.
You know the worst thing is like having sweaty legs under jeans.
Yeah, bro. It was a mistake.
Try being a girl in the Philippines then, because like my mom would be like, Anak, make sure you don't show your legs. Hoy, they're going to look at you. Don't show your legs
everywhere.
Well, I would disobey because I'm like, Mom, it's hot. I'm not I'm wearing skirts. I'm wearing shorts.
I love how you made me because like I felt like I was disrespecting a whole culture, and now I'm disrespecting a whole culture and a whole gender.
just the filler mums. No, but I was just in the outback for the last 2 weeks.
How was that?
It's dry heat.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's okay. I've got this. I'm
Filipino. Here we go.
Like, it'll be fine. I almost passed out on like day 3 of filming. But like, I was humble about it. Like, I was filming something. I was on set, but not on camera. So I'm just chilling out by the sound desk and I'm just like slowly going down onto the table. And then all of our runners were like, oh, Susana, come on, you're not okay. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm just taking a nap. I'm tired. The heat's making me tired. And then like run me into a house with air conditioning. And I'm just like,
well,
okay.
legit heat stroke?
It probably was going to become heat stroke. I was just
you stuck to your guns,
no,
right?
because I'm like, I'm not going to complain about the heat. I'm used to like muggy heat, humidity,
and plus I said at the beginning that I'm Filipino, I can handle
exactly.
this. I'm not going to
lose. No. I'm just going to be humble and not say anything. And then they were like, no, Susana, you need to say something, especially if that's going to happen. And I'm like, but everyone has been saying shit all week.
If you
I'm
see
not saying
something,
anything.
say something.
Yeah.
You're full like sunburn and shit, and you're like, I'm good.
This is fine.
This is nothing compared to Manila.
I know. 45 degrees. Who cares?
I think that Gussie has a story. Well, we went out to like Port Stephens or something. We went ATV riding.
It's the sand dunes up there, like near Newcastle, right? It's hot as fuck, man.
And when we're all like on the sand dunes, and Gussie was like at the truck, we had all left our bottles of water and drinks and stuff there, and like I don't know. You tell the story. You saw like a flash of white light or something.
Well, everything basically. Imagine if I kept on turning this light brighter and brighter.
Yeah.
And then like color just starts to fade, and then everything's white, and then you get really dizzy, and you want to, I don't know. You can't stay upright, like you lose your balance. That shit happened to me. Bro. I ended up drinking everybody's drink.
Yeah. We got back and we were so thirsty. And we were like, where's our drink? Garcia passed out. And we're like, I guess we can't get mad at that.
That light was a representation of what you were turning. You were turning white, bro. You were losing your culture.
It's my ancestors coming to shame me.
It's like, oh shit, I am white now.
What happened to my grandson?
Straight away.
He used to handle the heat, but now man, I feel like, every time like I'm out, I feel like I need to prove myself that I can handle the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like with me with chili.
Oh no.
Like me with chili, I'm like, nowadays my body is not what it used to be like when I was a teenager, but I'm still going with the chili. Like, yeah, man, I'll get the hottest one there. I'll do it for. In my head, I'm like, do it for your culture. Man, you're supposed to handle this spice stuff.
Do it for your culture.
I checked out of that a long time ago. I'm like, nah, I'm half white. I can't do this. I can't do this.
He's got a stomach ulcer and everything. He's like, I gotta do it for my culture.
Mild, please.
I'm like in the toilet for like half an hour. It's like, culture, worth it.
Just do it for the culture.
Worth it for the culture.
For Manny Pacquiao.
For money.
For money.
For the love of money.
For the love of money. Manny Pacquiao, yeah.
Well, I'm sure Manny Pacquiao doesn't eat spicy food.
Probably not.
He doesn't have to.
No,
It's
he
like-
has someone to
Punch
eat
the
it for
spice
him.
out of it. Chili. You can punch it.
Besides
chili
those two
frozen.
things, like the heat and like eating spices and stuff like that, was there anything that you did just because your culture told you to? It's just like, I got to do this because like I'm Filipino. If I don't do this,
Like
I lose my card.
Like
you know
getting
what I'm saying?
too lit. Like, is that?
It's like, no, you know what? See, like out of all the guests, you rocked up early.
I know.
So you would have lost your filler card then.
I know. Well, one,
Yeah, I was legit about to tell you, turn around.
I took a photo.
Get out.
on Instagram. I'm like, I originally wrote, when you're Caucasian on time, 5 minutes early. And I was like, no, take that off. Normal. I wrote normal people because I was like, I'm usually, my filler
Normies.
time is usually what's ingrained in me. But over the last, like, I'll accredit it to my partner, the last 2.5 years of like making sure we're on time for shit. Like the Filipino side and then my ADHD side does not, like, with being on time for things is not great. And so then I have to constantly be like, okay, if I usually want to leave at this time, I have to leave like half an hour earlier than that.
Double the battle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you tried doing those things? Because my parents would do this thing where they would set the clock half an hour early on everything, and so they would look at the time. They would freak out. They'd rush to wherever they're going, and then they'd realize, oh, we're half an hour early.
No,
And
see,
they-
I set my appointments early.
Oh, okay.
I do mine
be
late. So in life, I am just always late.
Don't get me wrong, I leave things late. Like I do the filler goodbye, and my
Yeah.
partner hates it. He's like, "No, can we just like smoke bomb this?" I'm like, "No, we've got to say goodbye to every single person, even though I don't know them. We've got to say goodbye."
I don't know what it was. I think it's just the Filipino in me, but saying goodbye to all of my family when I was leaving the Philippines.
Yeah.
When I left, I was like, I forgot to say bye to Ate, this one Ate.
Yeah.
Like, and I was freaking out in my head. I'm like, anxious
gonna
about
remember it for the rest
and
of
so
their
I
lives.
messaged her real quick, and I'm like, hey man, thank you. I was so anxious because I thought I didn't say bye to her.
You know, if that was a cultural thing, right? Can you imagine if I was like getting off the bus
Yeah.
and I'm saying goodbye to everyone? I'm like, fuck off, man. You're holding the bus.
Yeah.
You don't even know these people.
You have no idea who these are.
Who are you?
You know, the best way to do it is you have to try and do two things at once. So on my last karaoke song, I was saying goodbye to everyone.
Yeah.
With the lyrics, and like I was just bye, and I was just dancing through. Bye, right? And once once my score came up, I was out of there. Just got to time it
You
well.
just
with what
got to
you do.
hold it. Time it until the.
But then
Everyone's
once you reach
cheering.
the front door, I don't know, for some reason when they hear the screen door just
Yeah.
open and creak open, oh, you forgot to get your bow on.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck for another half an hour.
I was almost
just
going to bring my
like,
bar
Yeah.
on today.
Oh,
Like
man,
I was going to bring my dinner
you
and be
should
like,
have.
got my bar on.
You should have.
You should have.
What was it?
It
What your
was
dinner?
I was basic as hell, like a fake schnitzel with just a garden salad.
Hang on.
Boring as
Oh,
fuck.
fake schnitzel. That's right.
Yeah.
You're vegan.
Yeah,
I was like-
that's also me giving in my filler card, being a vegan.
Oh.
My mom was so shocked. Hey, what do you mean vegan? Do you mean vegan in the north? I'm like, no, mom. No, mom. I don't eat animals.
That was going to
or
be my
anything.
interesting fact of the week.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Let's delve into it. Let's
Do
try
it
it out.
again.
Never mind then.
No, but yeah, she was like, oh, now I can't. Now I have to cook separately for you. And I'm like, no, I can just cook for myself. And like,
Yeah.
don't say that to me. Don't say you're gonna cook.
That means you'd be like,
The disrespect.
You don't love me?
Yeah, it was
what it
for
means,
the first
man.
like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't like what I'm cooking. I'm like, no, I do. It's just
Oh,
the
no.
animals. No, now she goes out of her way. Like
animals.
on my partner's birthday, she made vegan chicken adobo.
Right.
It slapped. It was so good. And then she made like a vegan chicken curry. So we're gonna go through all the old faithfuls and just make them vegan.
Yeah.
Just make him vegan.
And then it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
You imagine that.
And
Is
then
it-
make the real stuff for my boyfriend so he can actually try all the proper filler food.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
he
that's
needs
cool.
to eat them.
Is he? He's not vegan.
No,
No.
very much not.
He'll be eating more filler food than you do, man.
I know. I'm like, can you just try this and then tell me how it tastes and then just like let me know everything. 3 years as
Yeah.
of the 1st of Jan.
Is
Yeah,
okay.
I did it like first thing on New Year's
He
Day.
describes stuff to you like it tastes like Christmas.
Well, I'm that person that's
surrounded
like,
by
can
all
I
my
smell
family."
it? Like,
You could do that. That's
I'm
a
the
loophole.
person like, can I smell it?
Just
Like,
hold it, barbecue
just give me
stick.
the KFC, and I'm like, okay, we're good. I'm
Are you
satisfied.
the type to like smell something and then quickly eat like a vegetable?
Yeah.
Is that-
No, I will just smell it and then be like, okay, satiated.
That just feels like torture.
Look, it was when I was competing in bodybuilding for the first time. It was just like, I'm walking through chips. I can't eat them.
How does that work? Because I always thought you need meat when you're building up muscle and stuff, right?
As long as you hit your protein
Yeah.
intake,
Yeah.
you're good. Like I don't love tofu, but it does the job.
I love
like
tofu,
protein
bro.
powder that is flavored well, then I'll just pile that, go to town.
Man, I put
Actually, you know
protein
what? I
powder
don't
in
love
everything.
tofu. I love the stuff that the tofu is mixed in.
Yeah.
The stuff
You
that
love
has
the
taste.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm the person that orders the tofu or something, and then I don't eat the tofu, and then that's
Eat
the
the-
only thing
eat
I
the
eat
something.
around.
Like when you have taho in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
It's the sugar syrup that
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrapped
what I
around. that
like.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now I can be like, gobble down.
and fuck raisins, bro.
Yeah. No, I will still
I hate raisins, bro.
gladly say fuck raisins.
Yeah, fuck them, bro. All those raisins out there.
Wow.
you.
Jesus, man.
I thought, look,
You know what you are? You're just Walking Dead, but grapes.
you know what I, you know what I,
Fuck off. Last of Us? Nah. None of you. None of you.
This is the grapes that didn't make the cut.
didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't make wine out of this. This is dried up and shit.
I love our wine. Shouts to wine.
the grapes with
7,000 Islands
I've
is our
almost
little sponsor. You like a little sip? How did it taste?
A little sip. This is almost done.
Hey,
What do you
hey,
mean?
she
Gonna
loves
need
it
another
that much
can of that.
cheese. 7,000 islands in the world.
Cheers.
Oh, you're cheersing.
But
now.
yeah.
There you go.
And I was gonna say like raisins are grapes with heat stroke.
That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
They're too prideful for their culture. It's like, I'm doing this
Yeah.
for the grapes.
That's terrible, bro.
I thought like, you know how my family, my aunties, when they make relleno, they put raisins in the like the meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right. They did the same thing in Manila, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
That's I think
Yeah.
that's like a standard thing with relleno.
Yeah.
It's like a
Bro.
Like food for the
Relleno.
gods too.
they make you sit like it's like a form of torture. Everything else around it tastes good. You got to pick it out before you eat it.
Absolutely.
Grapes is like the raisins are like failed grapes. Is that, you know, they were has-beens.
They're the grapes that didn't do nursing. That's what
Yeah.
the disappointment.
Oh,
They're the creative grapes.
yeah, creatives. This grape wanted to be a
Related
singer,
to a
and now you can
raisin so
become a
much in
raisin.
my life.
Fuck.
I wanted to make a clothing brand and call it Bathing Grape.
Bathing grapes. Oh my god.
Bathing grapes.
Oh man.
So shout outs to all the grapes out there. I feel you, raisins.
Yeah, man.
I feel you. See, we learn to sympathize with things
That
on
we
the podcast.
don't like.
Yeah.
I've
That's
never
it.
related to a raisin so much in my life before.
That's it. See,
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do here on the podcast.
I know. See,
One day I'm gonna be a wine. It just didn't pan out.
And then you end up in a really,
In a
like you're just like,
relleno.
no.
You end up in someone's
Relleno
fruit
is just
salad.
a gigantic sushi, right? But just
Yeah.
the skin's the meat.
Yeah, exactly.
They just got it out,
Just stuffed it, man.
stuff it back in as a sushi, and cut it up like that.
It is right, yeah.
It's a
Even the
fish
slices
sushi.
like sushi as well.
It's like
Man.
back in the day, Filipinos learned this thing about sushi in Japan. It's like some guy came back, is like, oh, they have this thing called sushi, and they wrap the rice around the seaweed stuff. It's just
Yeah.
describing it, and then the person just misheard and just got a whole fish.
Stuffed it with a
They took out the meat and stuffed it back in.
He went
and just cut it
to
up.
went to the pantry. You're like, oh yeah, well, let's get some veggies and box of raisins. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
let's
that's
chuck
good
it out.
enough.
Chuck
This
all
guy
that in
didn't.
there.
He didn't have a plastic bag to put the stuffing in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he saw the fish that he got it out. And he goes,
Good
"You know-
enough.
You know what?
Saya.
Saya.
I don't want to
Saya.
say
The
this.
funny thing is they're like, oh man, why isn't there rice in this recipe? So he eats it with rice on the side. So he's eating the fish And then the rice separately.
Yeah.
Deconstructed sushi. That's what it is.
He's looking at it going, I think I fucked up somewhere.
Oh well.
There's no rice.
And then some guys like really, you know.
That's how we named it.
And that's the name.
What is this?
Really, you know.
What?
I didn't even know how that connects. Right?
It just does.
Really, you know. Really, you know.
Really?
Oh man.
Oh, bro. Okay, the energy's there, right?
Yeah.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of the Cheatcoders podcast.
That was 12 more than usual.
This episode, my name is Raf, and this is episode number 221.
221.
And I am here with my usual suspects of the guy who copied the color of my hat, Mr. Garcia.
It's beige brown.
I'm trying to be as beige as you, bro.
Beige.
You know, you're one. You're one for the beiges. That's what I say.
How are the Raiders
beiges.
doing in the how are the Raiders doing at the moment?
Oh, you know, rating and stuff.
The Raiders, they be raided.
Raiders will be Raiders. And on to my left is the guy that looks like a messiah right now.
What?
It looks like one of those guys who found the light.
The light.
And I don't know. I feel like I should worship you for some reason.
I wanted to wear.
Jesus is a prophet. That show looks non-profit.
Nice. I got this from
Non-profitable.
Philippines. This is like, I don't know, supposed to be traditional, like a traditional shirt or something.
Like modernized version
yeah.
of a barong.
And it's just got the Filipino alphabet on it. So when I was 5, I had glasses, and my mum chose them for me. There were alphabets on it. They were blue glasses with pink alphabet letters on it. This is the equivalent of that because this is just letters. If you put this in English, it'll just be ABD, ABCD.
It's just a child's bedroom.
That's all it is.
Well, you are the messiah of sweat. Because look at you. You are drenched.
Bro, it's
Right
so
in
warm
the intro, bro.
It is so warm here.
Were you the sweatiest Filipino in the Philippines?
Nah,
Did they mistaken you as another
Oh
island?
yeah, wait. Welcome back, bro.
Yeah, he's back from the Philippines, bro.
Thanks.
Took some of the sea with him.
I just picture Don just being how sweaty he is. Everywhere he walked in feels he left a trail like a snail.
Oh, God.
It's like, Don's been here.
I was never.
He's holding a plastic bag. He's like, why is that water out of its plastic bag?
Oh, God. I always had to buy because I would buy the 10-liter bottles of water because you don't drink the tap water
No,
in the Philippines.
never.
But because I would drink that much water, I drink heaps of water a day
Yeah.
just to stay hydrated. But yeah, man, it's warm. It's warm.
Yeah.
That's going to turn into a barong for sure. Probably
Yeah.
in an hour or so, we're going to see a bit of nipple action.
Yeah, it's dark as fuck.
Can you guys stop sexualizing me, please?
We need to appease to our
It's gonna look
audience.
so barong.
You know what they say?
Everyone's
Two
gonna like,
wrongs don't make a right.
All the people out there be like, "Ooh, me and Don barong together." I barong with that man right there. He's rubbing me the wrong way.
Oh my God.
And this is a special episode because we have a special guest.
Where?
I have no idea. Probably
Really?
under the
Who dat?
orange
Who dat?
light.
Who dat?
She is an artist.
Nat's
She is
blazing.
a model. Sorry, it takes a while for people for me to introduce people because the conversation just goes one way to the other.
Told you, man. Tangents.
Love 'em.
Tangents.
But she is a model. She is an actor. She is a dancer. She is multiple things. Now I just
Slash.
figured out that she's a bodybuilder from before. She
Slash,
used to be
slash.
2019 Miss Earth
Yeah.
Australia.
Yep.
And she is an unusual suspect because that's the title of what web series, mini-series that she's
Yeah.
on
I see what you did there.
on Netflix. But
Yeah.
if Netflix on the internet, would that be classified as a web series?
Well, so we aired first on SBS in 2021. So technically it is, national TV.
Hey.
Hey.
And then literally last Friday
Netflix
was when
brought it
we
up.
when we transferred over to Netflix.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
no
that
idea.
recent?
Yeah, I
Wow.
had no idea. And then a friend of mine sent me a picture of her TV and was like, it's on Netflix. It's coming to Netflix. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? No one told me.
So is
That's
this only
awesome.
Netflix Australia?
No, it's
Netflix round worlds because we got
Yeah.
some people from America.
Yeah, so
and Philippines.
in America, it's been on Hulu for a year. But Netflix, it's now, I know friends in South Africa. I know in the Philippines.
Nice.
I don't know where else, but like, yeah, those two countries, I am for sure know that they have.
To all the listeners out there, go check your Netflixes right now.
Yeah,
Type
Look for-
in the unusual suspects.
you'll
Have
see
a
my
joy.
face
How many?
there.
There's like six episodes.
4 episodes.
4 episodes.
It's really easy to binge watch. I
Hey.
rewatched it again on the Friday it came out while I was packing.
Yep.
Coming back from good old Outback Australia.
And there's Filipino representation in
Yes.
there. Because you know how like Netflix, they once you put what you call it, you highlight the movie.
Yeah.
And then the movie like preview comes up.
Yeah.
It's 2 people speaking Tagalog.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this a Filipino movie? I was like,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. That's very cool.
So
Was that your idea to throw that in there? Or?
No, like the whole story is about Filipino domestic workers in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. So 4 of us main characters were all Filipino.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was like, yeah, exciting to finally have that representation on a national TV network
Yeah.
and like be like that representation that I didn't have as a kid
love it.
and finally get to be, you know.
Yeah.
That's
That
dope too,
person.
because it's like the story of local fellows too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love
Oh
it.
man,
But technically,
I feel like it's like the story of us.
like I'm an overseas Filipino.
But yeah,
Since
if
the
you
90s.
guys want to see some Filipino representation that is out there, this
Yeah.
movie is for you. The Unusual Suspects. Check it
Yeah.
out on Netflix right now.
Unusual.
Pause this podcast right now, or start again so we get another view.
Yeah.
And just view the movie. So. I didn't even introduce you home. We got Susana Downes. And if you ain't down with that,
Hey.
get out of the room and leave.
I know
Very
what
nice.
song that.
I've been away for
It's
a week
original.
and I think the karaoke just got worse. No, I'm
Hey,
kidding.
we got monetization, so I have to be careful of what I sing.
That's
So I'm just
true.
making everything original.
Original songs.
Original songs.
Way to
So
go.
we can monetize ourselves.
Good on
So
you.
Susana Downes.
Yeah.
And if you wait down with that.
Just get out and leave. See, it's catching on. Number 1 hit coming soon.
Oh my god! I
Can you
love
try
it.
it for Australian Idol? You
Yeah.
auditioned for it. How was that experience? Because like Australian Idol hasn't been out since I don't know 2008 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was rough. I had pneumonia.
Oofed.
Like
Oh.
I had it for maybe a month.
Hey,
Prior to?
Susana,
Oh,
I
no.
don't think this life is for you. You're getting heat stroke. You're getting this creative life.
I know, right?
I'm worried for your health
I
now.
know. No, I don't know. It was like I think it's because I'd started a new job and I didn't know this until maybe like a month ago that there was mold in the air conditioning of my office.
Jesus.
And like I had gotten sick like the weekend after I started my new job.
Yeah.
Who are they? Let's air them out. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn you. Fuck pneumonia.
No. So
Try to turn that into a positive, guys.
it's all right. We're 26 minutes in. This is fine. It's monetization. Say whatever you want. Yeah, it was like I love being on a set, so that was really fun. And
Yeah.
I'm just like saying all the like TV lingo. I'm like traveling, doing whatever. But then singing. I was so nervous because my voice just like the night before wasn't there. And I'm freaking out. I'm singing Defying Gravity from
Oh, shit.
Wicked,
Oh,
which
shit.
I can usually nail. That is no problem in my usual repertoire.
Yeah.
But then that day I was like trying to like transpose it in my head. I'm like taking it down semitones. And I mean, people on TikTok were like, no, we can hear that she's an actual singer. Like,
Right.
she's got the technique in there, it just wasn't her best day. And I'm like, these guys,
They
they know
know.
what's up. But then there's the people that are like, it sounds like Tarzan. And I'm like, nah, George of the Jungle. I think I got
Shouts to
to
Brendan Fraser.
yeah, right.
Hey.
Come back. I got to a point, like the first day when the episode aired, and I didn't listen to it. I ran for my bedroom and just hid away and let my partner and our mums watch it. And I was just like, I need to be able to tell my story that I was sick. And I got permission from production to say that I was sick. And then after that, like, weight was off my chest,
Yep.
I went through the TikTok and all the hate comments. I was like, I'm going to troll these guys. And like someone was like, oh, Australian Idol's like American Idol from the 2000s. I was like, can I be William Hung? And I just started like doing like shebangs on a video. Someone
That's
was
a
like,
deep cut,
yeah,
man.
yeah. But I was like, nah, let me roll with this, make some content out of it.
Hey, that's it.
Someone was like, oh, what did they say? Okay, oh, someone needs to make this my alarm so I wake up. I'm like, if you make it, can you make it for me too so I can wake myself up in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
man.
trolling the trolls, I think, became
We
a
love that.
game.
We love that.
Yeah, rather than letting it affect me mentally,
Yeah.
which it did for the first day. But then once I was allowed to like tell my story, it just became a moment of, okay, let's have
You can
fun
own
with
it,
this.
yeah.
Exactly, I can own it, and like you can just refer back to me telling you guys I had pneumonia for 3 months, and that was right smack bang in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. If life gives you lemons, just throw the lemon right back at him.
exactly.
Fuck 'em.
You're strong-willed, bro. I slowly look at the comment section. It's like, oh, maybe it's a bad one.
yeah. No,
Oh my gosh.
No, my therapist says I'm very resilient, so I'm like, thanks,
Very
Erin.
good.
I will take that.
Nice.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we like to troll the trolls as well.
It's fun. It's
I enjoy it. I enjoy it the most
He's,
out of these guys.
he's our troll expert.
Because
Yeah.
like, there's a guy who always
Oh,
comments on.
don't shout him out.
He hasn't commented on the latest ones. We miss you.
No,
Come
We
back.
miss you. Keep watching. Keep watching. Come on.
he's busy under the bridge. Fuck him. You're under the bridge. Under the bridge. You are a troll. Where did you go? Nobody knows.
Under the
Under the bridge. Who cares about health? Go fuck yourself. Sorry.
The melody was it was teetering on the edge of the like
It was
Disney
a-
song. Like
it was a different pitch, so
Yeah.
like it won't get picked up. It's all good.
That's right.
teetering on the edge of it. I'm just
Plus,
like,
I
Adjust
got
the
a cold
melody.
too, so like it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
But like, how's the whole experience like going through the whole like
Yeah.
the audition process, then singing your song, then afterwards?
It was a long one, so I don't know if I can say this.
can, you
people
can.
know.
Yeah.
People know. Like, you have 2 auditions before you even make TV.
yep.
Yeah.
So like, I did 2 in the one sitting, 2 Zoom auditions, just on my bed in my room, just singing. I sang 4 songs in a row. Like by the end of it, I was like, I'm not ready.
Are these in front of people judging you like the ones that are on TV already?
No, so all the like production team
Oh, okay.
and like the music team, because they need to like
That's
vet
kind of
you.
messed up if you think about it,
Yeah.
because you get the bad people going through.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can imagine the team going, "All right, this guy's gold." They,
Yeah.
like,
It's
Oh,
because
they've got a good story.
Made it.
Yeah, they get
through.
picked for the
Yeah.
story as well. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was fresh out of high
or
school.
they're just terrible as bad. Like, really.
I mean, that too. When I was fresh out of high school, I auditioned for X Factor, and I had nothing against me. Like, I was just fresh, like literally 18, and I had done really nothing in my life,
Yep.
like to be notable and to be TV worthy. And then now, at that point, it was like 10 years later, I had been on a TV show. I had represented the country in a beauty pageant, and so
Hey.
people were like, yeah, this makes for good TV. And
Yeah, there's a story
yeah,
behind it.
there's a story, exactly. And it did make for good TV. Like Kyle Sandilands wearing one of my crowns was hilarious to watch.
that's it. Yeah.
And
Because
he-
like you went in as a beauty pageant person.
Yeah. Not by choice.
Oh,
what do you mean by
really?
what do you mean by not by choice? They've said, "Oh, you're a beauty pageant person."
I mean,
Why
like
did
I
she
did
go
talk,
in?
like, because they ask you, like, what's the biggest achievement you've had in your life?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, being Miss Earth Australia at that point. Actually, no, technically at that point it was going to the Logies was my biggest achievement, but no, they were like, no, we're going to run
Kill
with
'em.
this story.
They would create a character around you, right?
Yeah. And so
Well, at least you weren't singing as a dancing Logie.
no.
Yeah, that
just
would have been
painted all
terrible.
gold
Yeah.
and just standing like this the whole time would have been something else.
Because they need to kind of package you as a brand, as a thing first.
Yeah. And so I walked in with my sash, carrying my crown, and I don't know if that was in the episode, but Harry Connick Jr. was just like, "That's all I see you as," and I'm like, "Cool, you."
Oh, they set you up.
Yeah.
They set you
And I was
up.
like, in my head, like I'm being that actor, like I'll just be cordial about this. I'm not going to make drama on TV because then there was a girl that was, I think before or after me. She was in the waiting room around. Like they had to tell her to leave, because she just kept singing and like doing stuff. And they're like, "No, you've got to go." Granted, she's like 15.
Imagine going to a singing competition and get let off before the auditions because you were singing too much.
Yeah.
Stop her singing, please.
Yeah.
If that doesn't tell you anything about these type of shows,
Yeah.
nothing will.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
people are like, "Are you coming back?" I'm like, "No, I'm too old. I hit the age cutoff." And they're like, "No, it doesn't mean like that doesn't mean anything." I'm like, "No, but like an idol, like you had to be 28 and that was it."
Right.
And I had just made the age cutoff by 4 days.
Yep.
So they cut it off on the 2nd of September and then I turned 29 on the 6th. So I was like,
Oh, man.
just made it. Because apparently I'm too old to be an idol now.
You tell them. You fucking tell them.
Nah. That's why they make Ms. divisions in beauty pageants.
I did not even know that.
I got my sash, I got my crown, it's under the chair.
All right.
Got him?
Yeah.
Since we're there,
I got
wow.
it's like it's a tiara because it's a national finalist one. It's not the big
Oh, there's a legit on
it's like And here's one I prepared earlier. Oh my
Did it
god.
help?
Yes, please. My hands are not working. For once.
is
There
the
we go.
Messiah of opening boxes.
Oh,
Sorry.
fresh.
Messiah.
This is the national finalist one. So the bigger, like when you win the actual like pageant, they're a lot bigger. But she's little. Everyone gets one. It's very
Oh.
cute. And then my sash is just Ms.
Did you have to do like a special walk like Catriona?
I did.
Miss
I did.
Galaxy
And they
Australia.
made it a they put it on TikTok as well, and it's that Miss Universe meme.
Yeah.
It's like Albania, and then Albania.
France!
And it's, so it's me
I've
doing.
seen the Laos one. It goes Laos, and then there was a cat that goes meow. I love her.
But it was me doing a turn, and then
Yeah.
Kyle Sandilands trying to do a turn at the same time, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Wait, can you show us? Can you show us? Do you have is like your unique?
I didn't have
walking
my
is
own.
like
No,
a
I
thing.
stole Catrionia's, of course. Like it's
Yeah.
like every pageant girl in 2018 100% learned how to do a lava walk and
Right.
a lava spin because it was just so iconic.
What's a lava walk?
It's Catrionia's walk.
You gotta see. Yeah, you're not seeing this,
what's
bro.
Catriona?
Catriona Gray.
What's a
she won
Catriona?
Miss
See your
Universe.
filler card right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
no, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah, no, you're back. You're back.
Just kapot.
Oh my god,
He's kissing the air.
Right back, bro. So yeah.
He goes for a free throw. I'm back.
I'm back, guys.
No, so she was Miss Universe 2018. She represented the Philippines, but she was born in Cairns, Queensland.
Oh,
Yeah. So her natural accent is probably very similar. And actually, no, she's a bit more.
Bogan.
As my mum would say, upmarket than mine.
A little bit more proper.
Yeah,
Australian,
yeah.
So she invented this type of walk that everyone's doing now, or
So
is it
they've
like
kind of like, not copyrighted it, but like the way that she does like that slow turn. That's like the lava walk or the lava
So-
turn.
was she the one that made it? Like,
So
or was
her
it-
team would have like worked on. So
Yeah.
she did probably like months and months
so
and
it
months
exists
of work.
before she did, but she
No.
made it popular.
So
Oh, no, her team
they
created
would
it
have
for
they
her.
would have like choreographed her walk
Okay.
for her.
That's gangster, man.
Yeah.
Even your walk,
That's
bro.
cool.
Like,
Yeah,
that's another level, man.
yeah.
But
But
can
I-
you-
I'm
do
trying to
the
watch it
lava
right
walk?
now.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Well, it's not that one. It's
No,
at
no,
the,
no,
It's
it's
at,
the spin.
It's at
It's the spin?
prelims,
It's the spin.
preliminaries,
Ah.
Oh, hang on.
swimsuit.
Also, she saved it for like a particular.
Yeah, and it like hit the music perfectly, and like now all pageant girls
now
like
everyone does
rehearse
it.
to that
So
song.
it's like Steph Curry when
This one.
Yeah.
he kept shooting
with
threes.
the L.
Watch
And
how
now
she spins,
everyone-
bro.
Yeah,
It's the spin
Wait.
that she does?
Yeah.
I'll send this to you, Ralph, so you can edit it.
Oh no. No, that's not. Is this prelims?
Yeah, it says prelims.
You got to rewind it back because we missed it.
Oh, did we miss it? Damn.
It was like.
Just look up
You know,
Lava Walk.
I know this.
I'm pointing to the
this
sky.
thing.
This one.
This thing.
Okay.
Hang on. Wait.
Yeah, it's like.
It's more editing for
I
you.
don't
Yeah, it was that. Was that?
That little, like.
Here we go. There. And the hair
And it's
just
like a
goes.
hair
Wow.
The
fluke.
hair just like
See?
has its own life.
So it's like the U-turn by Usher.
But you don't put your hands up or bend your knees.
Yeah, don't bend your knees. You don't. You kind of bounce around in a circle.
Yeah.
Get down with me.
You don't really get down.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You don't
yeah,
really
You're in
get
like
down.
5-inch heels as well at the same
Yeah.
time.
And then walk on. It ain't hard to learn. It's the cold love walk.
Now I need to rehearse to that song. I'm going to.
If you could do that
That's
walk
my
into
promo.
Usher's U-turn, it might work.
That's going to be my promo for this.
If we see you in like the next Miss Universe or whatever,
Well, when I do Galaxy
doing a
in
spin,
May.
Yeah.
and then doing the U-turn, oh my
bro.
gosh.
Everyone from
This is gonna
2023
blow up,
onwards
They
is
know.
gonna be doing the
that.
U-turn.
They better.
That's like Usher doing the moonwalk, but then putting his own flavor on it.
Yeah.
What if I do it sideways? Sideways, legend, bro. You could be the Usher
I
of
could.
pageants.
Good beauty pageants.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
In my head, I was like, I'm the opposite Katrina. I'm the one that stayed in Australia.
Here we go.
Opposite.
I didn't know you came here with like so much ammo. Let's go.
No, like clearly going to the Philippines after graduating high school worked a lot better.
Oh, sorry, I'm just-
It's so much explosions. Oh my god. What did you eat?
That's because Sana's dropping bombs.
No, so like we would have been at the same, like in the same year at school.
Yep.
We would have graduated the same. Then she, as soon as like year 12 finished, she went to the Philippines. I stayed here. We both did a degree in music.
Wow,
And-
so many parallels, man.
I know, and then both got into beauty pageants, but
Wow.
like her trajectory was clearly the better one, and now she's gonna marry Sam Milby.
Man, like Filipinos are obsessed with like beauty pageants.
Yeah.
Though.
See, I was gonna say like for the culture,
Yeah, the whole show.
for the culture, for the culture. I should be no.
I heard it been described as like basketball, boxing, beauty pageants.
Yeah.
Are what like Filipinos love.
Yeah, yeah.
And we get behind it all
Yeah.
the time.
We've got a good running score, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, history-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Like, way back to the 70s and stuff. We've been at it, man.
Yeah, man, because Filipinos have a really smooth wrist. You know what I mean? That's why we always
all
say.
three.
It's all about the wrist. You know what I mean?
Basketball,
Boxing.
boxing.
Beauty pageants.
And the beauty pageant. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the wave.
Put a ring on it.
I should know this.
So that's the whole reason, because like smoothest wrist, smoothest sports for the wrist.
Look at a wrist.
That's it, bro.
No, don't strike this.
Oh, my gosh.
Just only 1 second. Relax, Susan.
Oh man.
But yeah, back to your pageants. So
Yeah.
what was the beginning? Well, like what got you into the whole pageant thing?
So my mum's the Filipino one out of my parents. She did not want me doing beauty pageants.
Well,
So she was like, when I started showing an interest in them as like a child, because I watched this movie.
Miss Congeniality.
No, actually, I did watch that, but the movie that kind of like clicked in my head it's called Beautiful with Minnie Driver, and it's directed by Sally Field, and it's all about Minnie Driver's character competing in kind of like. It's very similar to like how the Miss America pageants used to be.
So it's drama.
Yeah. But like there's a twist to it, and like she shouldn't really be competing for a certain reason. But I just loved it. I loved the theatrics. I loved all the costumes and got really into it. And it wasn't until I watched a friend of mine compete at Miss Philippines Australia at the Fiesta Cultura, good old Fairfield. In 2013, and I'm sitting in the audience. I've just finished a musical, and I'm just like, they all sound like robots. No offense to all the girls that I actually do know that were in that year, but they sounded like robots. And I'm like, I could do that. I could answer these questions,
Oh my God.
but sound like someone relatable and like do that.
So your competitive side
I'm
got you into the
I'm
pageant.
ridiculously
Mate,
competitive.
You fit right in with all of us, right?
I'm Nats's replacement.
I could end up being in the pageant if it went that way. Because if I seen enough beauty pageants, I'd be like, fuck this, I could do it better than
It
that.
really is that, and then
lava walk.
Yeah.
We saw some podcasts out there, and like they all sound like robots.
Hello.
I love that.
Oh, voilà.
man.
There we go.
She won, really?
Oh wait, who won that year? No, the girl that won, she was really good. But bring it back.
Yeah,
Fuck all y'all except for you.
Except the person.
Yeah,
that
right.
won.
Yeah,
they were.
no, I watched it, and then I finished my degree the year after, and then 2015 I was supposed to be like doing a musical about Imelda Marcos, and then my family, we for the first time in like 7 years. We went back to the Philippines and we did this whole like Imelda research tour just off the cuff. So we went to Ilocos Norte.
Yeah.
We like saw everything. We went to the shrine of Marcos and
Did you get to see the collection?
yeah.
Gosh.
The shoe collection,
The shoes. And I was
It's like
like,
rooms and rooms of it, man.
I was like, I'm in my element right now. As she wears Air Force Ones.
To be honest though, like 'cause as a kid,
Work
right,
shoes.
we went there for school. It's like an excursion.
Okay.
There's a whole row of them. They look all the same, bro. It's like, man, what do you? But she's
you
probably
don't know,
like
you
trying
don't know
to.
your shoes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably bought them, like waited like early in the morning and she goes, I'm gonna resell this. Like treated them like Jordans.
Like
She was a stiletto head.
Yeah, she was the OG
OG.
filler sneakerhead, right?
with heels.
She inspired the sneaker culture of the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's why Filipinos are so into sneakers.
Yeah, because it's Imelda.
She's got a brand it's called the
but it
Heel
works.
Stand. Shout out to the kickstand. Love
Oh
these
my
guys.
god.
The heel stand.
High peel.
Did the Imelda.
I want to meet her one day. That's the dream. But yeah, we did that tour,
Yep.
and then I came back from the Philippines.
Question, sorry.
Yeah.
Were you going to be playing Imelda Marcos in the...
I was supposed to be the alternate.
Right.
So I would have like I don't know. They were slating it as me being the alternate,
Right.
and then it could have maybe have been a cover being like, just kidding, you've got the role. But then it never happened.
Right.
Because the venue that we were supposed to be doing the show in, like they couldn't soundproof it in time. And this was before like the immersive theatre scene was really big in Sydney. So they were like having trouble with that. So then they just didn't put the show on anymore.
Shut them out. Let's air them out. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even remember the production company of that
It's all
anymore.
part of it will be immersive.
The whole thing, like the whole show was like in amongst the audience and like stages were like on tables, so people would have their drinks and like
that's
you'd
cool.
be on top of the table like dancing and singing
That's
for
dope.
them and stuff.
That's very cool.
The twist is everyone's a shoe.
Right. They're sitting in a shoe.
Yeah.
Like the seats are just shoes. But yeah,
Oh
so then that didn't
gosh.
end up happening. And I'd realized after I got back, I was like, I've put on 10 kilos
From the Philippines.
Yeah.
from the Philippines.
Of course,
Well,
man.
yeah, but it was like it was my
It
first.
seems like you dodged a bullet though, because
Yeah.
I've been to places where they have like amongst the crowd they've got tables and girls dancing and stuff. It's not a musical.
No,
You know what I
but
mean?
this would have been though. This was
There was
going. This
cash
was
everywhere.
legit.
There are stilettos.
I mean,
Yeah, stilettos everywhere though.
I mean, if they had like given us tips, I would have been like, "Thank you," going in my cash envelope.
And you're like, oh yeah, Marcos, yeah, brother.
hungry actress right here.
Yeah,
Man,
you're like Utang Clan for life.
bro, that's a throwback.
Like, no, legit. Like, I have like plastic envelopes in my bag, and it's like this one's for going out to eat, this one's for transport, this one's for groceries, this one's
That's
like,
great.
Major Utang.
Don would love that. Don's
Black
he's the
Ops.
organized guy out of all of us. Me, I'm just
Everything
just
goes into
broke.
buckets, man.
Me,
Everything
just
goes into
chaos.
I'm
buckets.
just broke. Where was I?
The Marcos.
So I'd put on 10 kilos because it was my first time back in the Philippines, and I was 21 at the time, so I was able to drink.
And you were eating
Hey.
And I was
everything.
eating and drinking everything that I could.
This is you prior to you being vegan.
Yes,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
yes. So the Chicken Joy was going off the charts. Like there's like photos of my cousins and I, like the beginning, and it's a whole table at Moa.
Yeah.
Just covered in Jollibee, and then maybe like 10 minutes later, all gone.
It's all gone.
And then there's me with my little thumbs up ice cream, just like I was that kid.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I came back and I was like, I've put on all this weight, and then I saw that they were like the casting for Miss Philippines Australia 2015 was happening. I was like, I'm gonna compete in this one, and it's gonna be an incentive for me to get like fit and healthy. So then I found a personal trainer who's like now one of my best friends, and she's now a life coach, and she does all this amazing stuff.
Hey.
She's actually my sponsor for Ms. Galaxy, which is
Shout
exciting.
outs.
Hey.
Shout out to Tamara Maya Coaching.
Hey.
And yeah, so I used that as like my fire to get fit and healthy, and then I didn't win Miss Philippines Australia, but I won the Charity Queen crown. And I won Miss Popularity, and the prize for Miss Popularity was a Magic Mic. Not like we had enough. We had like 5 in the
Channing
house already.
Tatum? You won Channing Tatum?
Yeah, I was very single back then, so it was a great time. No. Yeah, we won that. And then, so I got to go back to the Philippines the year after.
That's crazy. Being gifted a magic mic.
I know. And
He's
I'm
like, not everyone there is Filipino, right?
yeah, no,
And then
it was
you-
Fiesta Cultura.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah.
everyone was Philo.
So
It'd be
it's
like, I've already got 3 of these.
I was gonna say, I thought like
You got 5?
5 in my mum's house, even with the extra chips that have the extra songs.
Oh, the
fire.
chips.
Yours is modded, dude.
Yeah. So then my mum was
It's
like, "It's
aftermarket.
okay, we'll give it to your tito."
On the side of the
man.
microphone is the list of the brands she's got.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the most underrated. Oh, like we never talked about that. The waiting for that chip to come to your mail
Yeah.
so you can sing the latest songs.
Yeah.
And by the
Like,
time
I'm
it
done.
comes to you, the song's already like
Dated.
old and
Yeah.
dated.
That's why you use YouTube, bro.
Can't wait to sing some
Yeah, no.
Usher. Gotta wait for my chip. Waiting in the mail. It's like, like no chip. No
Chip. Oh, it's not there.
I'm waiting for my Bruno
I'll just keep
Mars.
singing some ABBA. It's
I know.
fine. You are the dancing queen. That was my go-to.
And then have you like? I remember the first time I went to like a Korean karaoke bar, the one with the rooms and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
I
they had
love
the
those.
latest music, and I
Yeah.
was blown away. I was
Yeah.
like, shit.
We were singing like, I think the last one I went to with work, we were singing like Cardi B, and I'm just like, where was this?
I know.
Where's this in my mum's
I would
house?
have to wait a year for
Yeah.
this.
Like, we gotta download this now and do like it's there.
I'm
So good.
surprised. I'm surprised more Filipinos haven't done karaoke places. Like,
I'm shocked.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so
We used to have a
You know what? You know what they're
Phils.
gonna say? I could do this at home.
Yeah, true. I could save money.
There's no market for the Filipinos at a karaoke bar, which is
Yeah.
ironic.
when I was living in Singapore, they had booths. So they had like a karaoke booth in a shopping center in a supermarket.
Oh yeah,
So
they
you
had
could-
those in the
Oh,
Philippines too.
I thought the other type of
There was one at Blacktown, dude.
Yeah,
Was
they.
that?
Yeah.
On the
a karaoke booth.
Yeah, on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
On the way to the car park.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. They do.
And they knew exactly why
The
they
market.
put
Yeah,
the,
they knew who
Oh,
was
yeah.
going
There's
into
fillers
those.
there that's like, man, it's like a
There would've been a
15-minute
line, bro.
drive home. I need to sing now.
It's like you're doing your super shopping and then you're like, oh, I got a hankering for some
Yeah.
karaoke.
Oh, that song came on while I was in
I just
Coles.
heard
Coles
Bon
Radio.
Jovi on the radio.
Yeah.
You know,
I gotta let this out.
it's so easy to convince someone to sing karaoke when they're Filipino.
Absolutely.
If I was there and I'd walk past it and I heard someone singing a song that I like to sing,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I could sing better than this
Yeah.
guy. I'd wait in line. I'd put my dollar on. I'd put my dollar on the,
put your
on the
dollar,
machine.
yeah,
Yeah. I was I'm next.
I got
It's like,
next.
yeah.
I'll stand like this. I'll be like waiting for the guy to come out. We're like, you wait.
My way, huh? My
Yeah,
way.
my way.
Yeah.
Not yours.
Man, you're
My
gonna
mum
get
was
stabbed.
my mum was that parent that we'd walk through SM and be like, "Hoy, anak, let's pretend we're testing out the microphone you sing, huh?" And I'm like, "No, mom, I don't want to do it." And she's like, "No, anak, sing the song, do it now." And so I'm like, "Okay."
But you gotta pretend that you don't know how to
Every
sing.
night, no.
And then
But
belt
like,
it out.
yeah, just the
That was you on that viral video. I was just kidding.
just a little like
Charisse.
pale.
Oh, man.
I think what's his name now? Jake Cyrus or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
is
yeah.
his name. Yeah,
Transitioned, man.
yeah. Yeah.
Who saw that coming, eh? Far out.
Who's
She
this?
was like, Charisse Pimpenko.
Charisse.
He's
Oh.
now Jake Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congrats to them.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
That's
They're-
courage.
They're still singing?
I think so.
I
On
think they're still putting
YouTube,
out
I think
music.
he
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the courage to be able to come out as trans as a Filipino.
Yeah, especially in that
feels,
country.
man.
Yeah.
Like this is, and I don't think the whole country in the Philippines is not ready for
No,
that.
I think-
not as open as like our country and all that.
No.
I've always said that it's. I find it strange because on TV you see like people like Vice Ganda and they're out there, they're open.
Yeah.
And it's like it just seems like it's very very accepted. But then I think some people in the Philippines don't accept.
No.
Yeah, it's like watching action movies, but you don't want violence in your life.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of
it's entertainment to you,
change.
and then there's a barrier of the TV.
Yeah.
You know when they brought you out on stage as the pageant, like
Yeah.
I think Charisse, when she first came out like on TV and stuff, being shown like globally, it was like she's the little girl that was like a really big voice, right? So when you switch that image of I've known her as a little girl that grew up to be an amazing singer, and then you switch that on people, I think that's what people can't accept. You know what I mean? Even if she's felt the other way around her whole life.
Yeah.
Everyone else that's viewing the audience is
Yeah.
like,
that's
I can't have this.
that's their
Yeah.
predetermined kind
Yeah,
of
well,
view
Vice
of
is
what
like Vice has been the same since like their
Since the
first
start of their career.
being on TV. So
Yeah.
At the end of the day, who cares?
Right?
Isn't like
As long as
congratulations.
they're happy,
you
that's
know?
all that matters,
So good.
especially in the time of Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month.
Pride-
It is
Yeah,
Pride
it is.
Month.
I know
Oh,
it's
tomorrow.
over now when this is out, but yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, good. When you were talking about the karaoke booth,
Yep.
what I
Yeah.
imagine in my head is like
What?
you just walk into a booth, you put in like $1 and stuff, the curtains open, and someone's in there singing karaoke.
you're just watching someone.
I wonder how much that pays.
It's like a peep show.
It's a peep show.
But
Oh, no.
karaoke, because people love to watch karaoke.
Bruh.
People love watching other people sing karaoke.
Wow.
Like if you go to a Philo household, a
yeah.
party, everyone
There's
a lot of
at
people
least
love watching.
one.
Yeah, there's something
No, you sing.
That's
I'll
so
sit
sad.
I'll
here.
just
Bro.
watch.
Yeah.
The curtains open is someone that's like really skinny, just like fucking on meth. Oh
my God.
I have to sing again.
No, you'd hope they'd be getting paid well for that. They're stuck in a booth all day.
Here's that $1, man.
Oh, sad.
Here's a question: do you enjoy karaoke? Because like, I've been a singer before, and
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy karaoke, but only because people kind of expected me to sing and sing well.
I think family-wise, I don't always, but then like if I'm with friends, I do. But then my friends will be like, no, you're not allowed to sing because you can sing. So you sit over there, go get drunk, and then you won't be able to sing. So I
Right.
just like sit and I sing
been
along.
shunned.
It's the
Yeah, it's been
expectation.
shunned.
Why the fuck are you guys?
Yeah, bro, you
laughing?
can't deny your love for karaoke, bro. You can't deny it, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that
You can't deny it, bro. I was there like sitting there outside with the guys, talking my shit, like, and we were having a great time. And in the background, I hear Don's voice, like it was on a speaker.
We were in the back, and I'm like, "Where the fuck is Don?" You can hear his voice.
Inside singing
Yeah.
karaoke. I'm like, didn't this guy say he didn't like
I've
this
got
shit?
footage of it.
He was in there singing, and I was like waiting for the score and shit.
Backstreet Boys, I think it was.
I want it that way.
Southern version.
Sounds country.
But it's usually because there's that expectation for me to sing. People are like, hey, you're a singer, you have to sing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, if I say no, then everyone's gonna be like, oh, you're a
Yeah.
killjoy.
Yeah,
So I
KJ.
have to do it. And that's why your wife was pestering
I
me.
want it that way.
The country version
Tell
of
me
it.
why
It's alright.
ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you
Why
say,
isn't that?
"Oh, won't it that way?" Cause I
You had to do that last Stay true.
Man.
Stay true, always.
Because I do enjoy it. It's just the expectation that,
Yeah.
you know.
I think, if you're with friends that are like you're just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
There's no like, I'm going to one up your cousin. No, you have to one up this cousin.
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
Yeah.
And I love it. And then, because like I'll get to sing whatever I want. But then usually at like parties with family, it's like, sing this song. No, I don't like it when you sing that song. Sing this one. And I'm like, can I just sing what I want?
Sing I Have Nothing. Sing all the biggest songs.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Key change? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You don't know when to go in it.
Yeah, because not all of them have the little hi-hat that goes...
Imagine like you're performing on stage. He's like, "Where's my counting?"
This is the one for karaoke version on YouTube.
Where's my 3, 2, 1?
Sometimes even the countdown is wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's off like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh man, I missed it.
Did you ever used to just say interlude?
Yeah, all the damn time. It's just interlude.
Oh, but
Interlude.
but you have to sing.
Instrumental.
I'd sing interlude throughout the whole thing.
Guitar solo.
I'd be like, interlude. I was that guy. Interlude. I got interludes.
Some of the karaoke's though, they have the words wrong and you can't really trust them.
No.
There was one time I went to one of the Chinese karaoke joints in the city, right?
Yeah.
And you know how you can choose like different, because it's not just English songs. You got all these Asian songs there too, right? You can choose Japanese, Korean. It had Filipinian, and I was like, I can't trust this shit. They're gonna have this shit wrong.
She was mid-drink too. That was the best timing. Filipinian.
Oh my gosh.
Filipinian? It's better than Flippalanian.
What's your favorite background video for karaoke?
Oh, just
Is it always the sceneries or the people walking and looking over the bridge?
It's the love stories that are like, what's happening here?
It doesn't even match the
It's
song.
like they're on a house and there's wind and they're just like, and then the guy's like looking over at the beach like,
Yeah, the beach
what are
is
you
always
doing?
the thing, right?
And then they walk along the beach
Sunset.
and there's heartbreak or something. Something's happened.
They're always
You
in
feel
Europe,
emotional.
and then they're walking and they stop at a bridge, and then they look over the ledge, right?
and you're singing Salt and Pepper's Push it.
My milkshake brings it up.
And they're on the bridge, like
Staring lovingly at each
there's
other.
always a beach, just walking on the
Yeah.
beach, and they're like, "It's better than yours."
Head down to the feet. And there's just footprints on the sand.
Get a bucket in the mouth.
That's the way that's. All right, forget monetization. I'm having fun.
We're an hour in. This is fine.
Because like my favorite one is the Magic Mike one, where they have the cartoon dances.
Oh my
the
god.
3D dancing people.
It's been that long since I've seen that. Oh my god.
And you know, you're
Unlocked.
singing like a love song, and usually that's like the most common thing that you be singing. And
It looks like Busta Rhymes. No,
Oh my
Busta,
God.
Busta
Busta
Move.
Groove.
Busta Groove.
Busta Groove.
That's it.
My cousins and I used to
Busta
play that
Groove.
all the time.
How deep is your love? Is your love? Is your love? I really need
Oh my god, that's unlocked a memory.
Now they've got K-pop dancers and stuff in K-pop.
they-
stuff.
Yeah.
okay.
On the karaoke in the Philippines.
Oh,
Everything's K-pop.
Oh, you said, did you go to karaoke bar?
Yes,
at the
I did
Philippines?
karaoke
Hell
in the
yeah.
Philippines.
Hey,
Hell
here we go. This is the
yeah.
story I want to hear. What's the song?
Several songs.
Hey.
Man, it was a
of
whole
them.
night of
Yeah, the
singing and
medley.
drinking. That
Nice.
wasn't what it was.
Nice.
Like we made a friend in the hotel that we were staying at, and on the second floor of their like kitchen dining area, it was almost like this open area thing, and they had karaoke there all night. And so we went up to there. We had our drinks, and so I started singing, and because like this person that we'd met didn't know that I was a singer.
Here you go. You were like, all right.
You
yeah.
hustle them, dog.
You're like, all right, watch this.
And then like cause
You put your dollar on the thing.
and like my girlfriend doesn't care if I sing or not. Like it's whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so we're there, and
Even
I'm
she
singing.
was like, oh,
Here we go.
watch my man. Watch my man blow you
Why
away.
does she sound like
Wait,
country is like the go-to?
Why do you sound like Foghorn Leghorn?
Watch my man go.
I said my man can sing. I said
I say what I say.
Daniel Craig in the Glass Onion, as well as Knives Out.
That's it.
It was so good. It was so good and bad at the same time. I was invested the whole movie.
my man can speak sing karaoke
I
so
do
well.
Dude,
I do declare there's been a murder.
But yeah, I reckon your girlfriend was like, oh.
Because yeah, she's a Southern belle. That's what she is.
77, only 77? Watch this.
But see,
Saya.
the cool thing was it was
Sayang,
it was only us in the thing, but because we were having so much fun, even the staff of the hotel were like singing as well. They were
That's
singing some
cute.
songs.
Oh, yeah.
Other people were coming in and they weren't singing, but like we were just getting drunk and singing
Yeah.
karaoke. It was an amazing night. It was good.
So there's a crowd watching you. It's just you guys.
There was a
watch.
few people like peppering and they came in and saw us.
It was like,
singing.
oh, wait, what? I need to go, but give me my room key. I need to go back up and get my guitar.
When you said you were singing in karaoke, in my head, right, I'm picturing you up on stage singing karaoke, and then in the crowd, there's like a rich ninong there, and he's telling the bartender, he's pointing at you,
Yeah.
and he's like, come here. And then you have to sit with him and drink with him for the rest of the night. And then
and you're just talking about Bee Gees throughout the whole thing for no reason. The history of Bee Gees.
You know
It's
there's
the-
a fourth brother.
I didn't even know. Oh man.
And his name was Nothing. Nothing to give.
Nothing to
Yeah.
They're like the white. They're like the white Destiny's Child.
His name was Porgive.
Forgive him, he can't sing.
Oh, could you imagine, dude? Fucking 3 VGs like your brothers,
but
and
he
you can't
actually
sing.
was a singer. Hold on, I need to find it. No, see, this is the stuff
shit.
like having a white dad. This is the shit I know.
Oh man.
Oh, what's his name?
What are the other Bee Gees names? 1, 2, 3, Porgive.
Sad.
Forgive.
Barry, Robin, Maurice, and Andy.
Andy was Andy the other one.
Andy was the bonus Jonas,
The
like Frankie Jonas,
the bonus Jonas.
like Frankie Jonas. See?
Have you seen that music video where they have their
one?
wives in there?
Oh yeah.
And everyone has their old famous wives.
Yeah.
And
And then there's the little brother,
then there's the little
Frankie, with his
Just
blue
bring
hair.
your high school girlfriend. It's
with
okay.
his blue hair.
Good old Frankie. Good old Frankie. Oh
Jonas.
man.
All the things.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
So karaoke, yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the song? What was the song
What was
what was the song that was a hit? You know that really got the crowd going. You know.
Filipinos love their ballads.
Yeah,
They love
do.
their ballads, and I didn't sing any ballads. I was singing all because the
Oh,
singing
shame.
Kanye. He was just singing
you. Said to
Kanye all day.
disappoint them. Straight. They love their ballads.
Mama.
Like I didn't sing any of the
I
ballads.
was trying to because the performer in me went for all like, the bangers. It was
Yeah.
like
that's a piece, Sean, homie. That's a heaven for a G.
so I was singing like the Backstreet Boys stuff.
Yeah.
Singing like Al Green, Luther Vandross, like all of the party songs like the
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, Superstition, all of that
yes,
stuff.
yes.
You didn't want to dive 100% into the stereotype. You kind
Yeah.
of just want to.
Yeah.
I'm doing karaoke, but not the karaoke.
Did you wear
that
your
think.
vest?
Wear my
Yeah,
vest.
did you wear your singing vest?
No,
He
no,
wasn't
no,
wearing a
no.
shirt or nothing. He was topless, bro.
yeah. Oh, this is a different type of
I was wearing a
Yeah,
shirt
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I was wearing a shirt like this.
It was that.
This is in Boracay.
So there was someone at the back going like,
nice.
So there's the thing. There's the thing that they do. They call it gimmick in the fills, right? Like it's what they call live music. My cousins will always
Okay.
ask me like, "Hey, let's go gimmick."
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
This is going out.
Yeah, it's going out and go to a club and see live music. If you tip somebody, like if you tip the band 500 pesos or something, you can then request a song. And so one of my uncles in the Phils, when we were out seeing a live band, he was just giving them money, and he's like, "Sing this and this and this. You're my jukebox tonight."
I need to start gigging
Just
in the
sing.
Philippines.
bro, if I was him, I would just give him. I would just keep giving money to sing the same song over and over again. Get a bucket and a mop.
One of my mates in Phil's DJ Philly is DJ, right? The clubs.
Shout outs.
And people do the same thing. They'll give him money to request for songs and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But if it's like if they give him like 200 pesos or whatever, he'll be like he'll just pocket it and not play this shit. Bro. It's like, fuck, give me at least 2K or some shit.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
Because if not, then hey, thanks for the 200.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a limit there. You know?
Do they put him in the pants as well? Or like the dollar?
In the garter.
He's got a garter on.
Bro.
They clip it on like in the weddings and stuff. You know, they clip on the
pinned
money
onto
and
the dress.
With a predible.
There is so much live music in Manila, but also in Boracay. Like almost every single bar, when you do the walk along the beach, there is live music going on there. It's fucking
That's
amazing.
That's a good thing to hear.
Yeah.
Because for the last couple of years, that place would have been dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Keep
Yeah.
live music alive.
Mm.
Amen.
Hey.
Yeah.
So what came first? Music,
Or the
singing, or the acting? Or which talent came first?
Singing came first.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was.
how old were you when you started singing?
So the story goes that Mum used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to me
Yeah.
when I was a baby.
Kate.
I started talking at 1, started singing with her at 2,
Wow.
and started telling her to stop singing at 5.
Hey.
I was
You told her to stop singing.
Yeah, I was
Well,
like, Mum, you don't sound
you gave
good.
her 3 years. You gave her 3
Yeah.
years. You gave her 3 years.
I
and
gave her
then,
3
like,
years,
yeah.
and then I was like, Ma, I'm enough.
Imagine
You're
you're like dun, 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 dun.
100, Mum.
0.
Usually it's the other way around because my mom would be like, you're off, you're pitchy.
No,
you're this."
that's me.
Yeah.
That's me to my mum. Because all her brothers, all 3 of them could sing. And like my Tito Ray,
Hey.
Shout out.
Researching.
fan of the show.
Hey.
He was like, when he worked at Westpac back in the day, he was dubbed the Filipino Michael Bublé because that's all he used to sing. He used to just sing crooning songs. And they had like a talent night and he's just him singing all these Michael Bublé songs.
Come fly with me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like he's at the bank and someone's trying to take money out. He's just like, singing it's like, can I have my money?
Fly me to the moon.
Hold on.
No. You gotta earn your money. Listen to me sing.
It's like, you know, people are waiting on the line and there's always like the 3 cashiers. It's like, I hope I don't get him.
He's the one in the middle.
You give him money.
He's the one like clicking by himself. Just
You give him money to deposit and he thinks that you got a request. Thank you. My way, huh?
Someday, when I'm awfully low.
He's that Nico that has the microphone stand just in his house, and then you go over. We're not even there to see him, but you've got a mini concert. He's just singing, "I did it on." And I'm like,
Is he the Tito? Because I have a Tito like this.
Yeah.
Like he would go, when you turn on the magic mic on, he'd give you a piece of paper with all the numbers.
He has the list ready.
No,
He's got it
it's
ready.
a book. It's a whole book. It's just the book. Like, pick your song, but I'm gonna sing
like
first.
he would give you the paper of the numbers that you put on.
So you knew
Oh,
the-
that his,
So he can
his
reserve
stuff.
a whole list
no,
of
he would.
songs.
He has them memorized by
Ah,
now.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Like by now, it's just
he's like
memorized.
3, 4, 5, 2,
Yeah,
1.
yeah. But yeah, like all her brothers could sing, and then
She was like the fourth.
she was
speech.
she was Andy Gibb.
She was the bonus
She
Jonas.
was, yeah, it's alright because it that part of the genetics was passed down. To me.
Nice.
Hey, it skipped her and
It
went to
skipped
you.
mum and went to me.
It's like Charmed.
Yeah.
You know how Staying Alive came about? They were singing to his brother. Stay aside, stay aside.
Did you say stay inside?
Stay aside.
Stay out of the sun. I'm a week now.
How bad is your voice? Is your voice
God.
so
His
bad?
mom with the chinelas goes, huh?
Subukan mo. Oh man.
No, but yeah, she.
So
I
you
see
were telling
came
her.
home with the rising sun.
Okay, no.
It's clubbing again.
Oh man.
It's like you try to open the door, you just walk again. It's like, and you hear your mom on the oh shit, damn it, run.
So you were correcting your mum, saying that your mum
Yeah.
wouldn't sing.
Yeah. So then they were.
So you're like a dance door.
yeah.
Dance to.
Well, yeah, because then that was
Tight.
around the time they put me in like jazz tap ballet and
Yeah.
singing lessons and piano, violin, clarinet, all the things that I could do. I
Yep.
think because they were like, she has so much energy. What do we do with her? Let's put her in all these extracurricular activities.
They're just trying to slow you down.
Yeah.
trying to put you to sleep.
Yeah, legit. And then they realized, I think, year 3, so I'm like, what, 8 at the time?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, this is what she's going to be doing. And then
Right.
year 5, that's like the time when they're like looking for high schools. Like, where can we send her? We send her to, because I went to a Catholic primary school.
Yeah.
They're like, do we send her to a Catholic high school? So I was looking at all the ones in the hills. And then we had an open day at McDonald College Performing Arts. And then I finished that open day. I was like, I'm going here. I'm going to this school. I get to do music every day. I get
And
to
you get
sing
McDonald's every day.
And you have no say because you can't sing.
Like,
So what you said?
no, it was more just like I think my parents realized they were like the philo dreams of, you know, having lawyer, doctor,
Accountant.
whatever,
Yeah.
accountant, or just working in IT like my parents did. It was just like, no, we've got to perform a child.
Yeah.
Like, we've got to nurture this somehow. And
That's-
so then they did that.
That's good. That's so
really
good.
refreshing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like last week we had another guest, Lara and Dahlia, and her parents were the same. Like they
Yeah.
were really supportive of her creative side.
Yeah.
So man, like we were kind of like,
Thanks,
one in the wrong
Mom.
Era. Yeah, that's so good.
But
Like, you know?
imagine, because you're an actress.
Yeah.
Imagine you are like an actress on a show where you be acting as a nurse. I think your parents would be like, close enough.
No.
Close
well, like,
enough.
Unusual Suspects, my character's flown out from the Philippines to be a cleaner. So I'm like,
oh,
do I clean in any scene?
they,
No.
You're just holding
Spoiler
a,
alert,
you're just
no, I don't.
You're just holding a brush all the time.
No. The closest
not
I come
cleaning
is
anything.
holding cuchinta in my hands, and I'm just like, here you go. Bye. It's a great scene. I had to eat so much cuchinta that the day.
oh man,
Just, I felt so heavy. It's like,
That's
oh, this
so good.
coconut.
Back to the pageant
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
I want to like dwell into the backstage, backstage of the. All right, hello. All right, cool.
Yep.
I want to dwell in the backstage
Okay.
part of the pack. Is there a lot of politics going on? A lot of bitching going on? A lot of people trying to backstab each other, like the movies.
Not as much as you think.
Mm.
There's more just like a bit of like pushing and shoving. Not like violent, but it's like you'll be walking on stage and like a girl is in your way and they'll just keep walking and I'm like, oh, okay, you could just like tilt your shoulder back. That's cool.
oh, like a hard shoulder type thing.
Yeah.
So very passive. Type
Yeah.
of thing.
There's stuff I want to talk about, but like legally I can't.
So there was.
Say it
I-
illegally
okay,
then.
No.
So on this episode of our Patreon,
Yeah. No, there was stuff that I went through in my last year as a miss, and it put a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth.
right?
Because it was like I went through the like 6-7 years of a good experience when it came to pageantry, and then my last and final year in this division, it was just like, you're joking. I went through all of that, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Is it politics? Oh, you don't have to tell us.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
cool.
good.
Just
I
wait-
want to.
Just blink like twice if it's politics.
No, it's like it's worse. Like
Mm.
defamatory shit.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that like I Tonya shit?
Kind of,
Oh,
but
shit.
like worse.
Wow.
Can't wait to see the movie. Once it's all blown
God.
over, let's
Oh,
make a
God.
movie. Let's do it.
No, the girl I had to deal with was
Call
like,
it Ice Sana and shit.
With
So
because
good.
you
Yeah.
mentioned that the pageant thing was your idea.
yeah.
When you were doing doing that division, did you see other girls that you knew they didn't want to do it, but they had parents that were like, the tiger mums that really, it was like their dream, but
I'm trying to think back because, I don't know. I think because a lot of the girls in Australia, like it's not as big here. So a lot of girls, when they compete in Australia, they're coming at it from the charity perspective.
Right.
And they're like, I've been doing all this work, but being in a nice dress and a swimsuit helps too. Like,
Right.
get that point across. But a lot of the girls that I compete with and are like my best friends now, we're still advocates for like the charities that we've raised
that's
money
good.
for.
Yeah, that's
And
dope.
Yep.
yeah, like it's really good to see that it's not just about like the glitz and glamour, because half the time it's not. Half the time it's waiting around backstage being like, are we going on yet? No. Cool, let's wait some more.
That's why like the whole acting thing like is a breeze for you.
Yeah.
Because sitting and waiting is a whole.
That's half the job. Is sitting in a trailer and just waiting. Okay, cool, you're going on step. Yeah, cool. Oh, you're just going to wait right here. Okay, that's fine.
And then hopefully not pass out from heat stroke.
Man.
Which is fine.
All right, I want to go
Still get paid.
segue to one of our segments because we've been an hour and 15 in. Let's go to a segment of the wild thought of the week. So, Mr. Garcia, we haven't had a wild thought in a long time, so let's get into your brain.
All right,
what's the wild thought of the week?
Well, since we were talking about personal talents and different, I don't know, extracurricular stuff.
Extracurricular.
I told you guys I don't play basketball. You guys know that. So it's like lose the filler card there. But during like high school and stuff, even then, I was trying to figure out what I'm good at. You know what I mean? And I mean, look at me, right? So the thought of me doing sumo wrestling, it was an idea that I just played around with, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, fuck, I'm going to be the first sumo wrestler to make it in Japan, blah, blah, blah. And, make it, like, to the top.
Yep.
But recently, like, I found out that we've got a half Filipino dude in sumo wrestling. Dude, this guy is an echelon of the sport, bro.
Oh, shit.
Takayasu Akira. This guy, so there's different tiers. It's a very... what do you call it? Hierarchical kind of sport. This dude is like one step down from Yokozuna, which is like the king shit like legends, like, what's his name? E Honda of, like this is the biggest like you can be. Yep. He's just one step down. So he's like the, I don't know, like the Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen. They always have a fight between like the LeBron and MJ argument. It's between him and Yokozuna. Yeah. I get it.
But like I know, just that was mind blowing. Like his mom's from Bohol, and they've done stories on him like even like 10 years ago and stuff. So it's not like a new thing. But I know like with my brain, I can't get away from thinking like the Filipino side of him comes out just randomly from time to time. Like at the start of those matches, right? Usually people throw rice on the ground, like as a traditional thing. But his mum's in the crowd going, "Oi, sayang yan!" Like it's like, oh, all right, I'll put it back in my pocket.
He's just got banana leaves there. He's just throwing it on the banana leaves.
Ready for the boodle fight.
For later, Mum. It's either that or like instead of miso soup, it's got sinigang broth and stuff. Like it was eaten. But the last one, the other thing I'm thinking, when they square up, it's the usual. Like everybody knows sumo. It's like they do that, right? And then he just goes into an ocha. Just for good luck. That's his form of representation,
bro. Mid fight, if he doesn't ocha mid fight, bro, it's like hugging the dude and it's like ocha.
And then his mum's in the crowd, like Pacquiao's mum.
she's trying to curse the other fighter.
Yeah, shout out to Takayasu Akira, man.
Yeah, bro, the Manny Pacquiao fighting, right?
Of sumo, dude.
Sumo wrestling, yeah.
He's up there. The fucked up thing about that sport, right? You're trying to climb that ladder, and if you lose like a few matches up there, you get thrown back like 30 spots. To get back up there, you have to win like 30 or more matches like in a row. So it's not easy where he is. You know what I mean? Like so, yeah.
Wow.
He's a gangster.
Absolutely.
Imagine they do that part to fight each other, to wrestle each other.
Yeah.
Just manoing.
Man, I want to party with that dude, bro. You imagine the brutal fights at his place?
Man, that would be amazing. Gain 20 kilos in that trip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so when's your first competition? When's your first match?
Oh no, I didn't take it up. I don't want to. I don't want to step on anyone's toes over there. That's Takayasu's town, man. Tokyo ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeah.
Hey, bro, you can dream, man.
Hey,
yeah, you can dream.
Bro, they're treated like gods.
Imagine
over there,
being
man.
a full Filipino sumo wrestler up there.
That's not outside of the realm, because that, I was saying like Yokozuna, that spot.
Yeah.
It was a Hawaiian dude at one point.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a Japanese guy.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy because like their training regime is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Because like they will eat, then they'll train, and they'll
And then
eat
eat
again.
And then they'll go to
train.
sleep, bro.
Yeah.
And the type of stuff that they eat, it's all like calculated shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like under all that, like they look big, but it's like there's muscle under
Yeah,
there,
there
dude.
has to be.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And plus, they have like a a majestic wrist.
That's what
Use the wrists.
they can pivot into other sports, eh?
Wrists.
Throw the rice like that. So that's how I throw my rice.
Andanga sa ilaw. I gotta. Oh my gosh.
You know, like because I think you're in my algorithms, because you mentioned that on the pod, and I've never heard it in my life, and now I see it all over my social media.
Oh, the dance?
Yeah,
That thing?
the dance and everything. I was like,
Man.
oh shit.
I've been mucking around with your YouTube, by the way. So you
He's
see
been
all my
watching it.
searches.
He's been watching it on your account.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Cheers.
bro, just keep dreaming, man. If you want to be the first full Filipino to be up on the top of the mountain in Japan,
To be honest, dude, like I don't, even if I don't, like that's someone else's dream, really. But I just want to see him do the ocho ocho on stage.
that's your real
you know?
dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I really want.
Or even like a little Wawa Wee, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, if he wins and then he does that, I'm gonna fucking lose it, bro.
He does the spaghetti papa like
Like that.
right before he eats spaghetti. Like, bro, that would be the
Bro,
best.
that is the nut bush of the Philippines.
Absolutely.
I've seen so many parties where they put it on and they're all like, oh, let's go. And they all line up.
Yeah.
They line up next to each other like perfectly. And they're just doing the whole dance and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh shit.
There's a
It's a whole
video online of like this Filipino family, and this guy's brought his white fiance to, like, I think it's Thanksgiving, and so the family, they're standing around a table, and she's just there being like, okay, I think they're going to do a prayer. The dad just is there like this, and he goes, apir tayo, sumakit ang ulo ko, sumakit ang bewang ko.
Oh yeah,
Sex bombs.
yeah, I love that video, man.
She's like, what's going on?
Again, my white boyfriend sent that to me. He's like, what is this? I'm like, damn, you found out the secret prayer, babe.
Your boyfriend's in the Filipino algorithm
He's
for
in the
sure.
algorithm. And I'm like, you know the family eventually you will marry into. He's
Yeah,
like, is what it is.
I hope he's learning stuff from us.
He knows lameg, because that's one of the few words I've taught him. He not necessarily like Tagalog. He'll know like stuff that happens
References
around.
and stuff.
References and
Yeah.
and then just watching my mum just be herself. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a Philo mum thing to do. Oh, she calls me her baby. Yep, that's a Philo mum thing to do. I'm like, yeah, because you're the son she never had.
Yeah.
But so you didn't have any siblings?
I have two older half sisters, but
Yeah.
they're both white. So my mum is my dad's second wife, the longest running wife as well. So we won there.
Get him.
See how competitive you are. To ex-wives and shit.
Oh man.
But like, yeah, I just call them my sisters, even though they're my half sisters. But
Yep.
they're 19 and 17 years older than me. So,
So
like,
related.
by the time I was born, they had like finished high school, moved out of the house. So
Yeah.
I was raised like an only child. So like I
Right.
am the ultimate bunso of our family,
Right.
because I was the youngest out of my mum's siblings, youngest
The
out of my
ultimate
dad's
Bunso
siblings.
sounds like some ultimate fighter
That's
shit.
my, like-
you have to fight your way through
Ultimate
it.
bunso.
my Marvel character, ultimate bunso.
Oh, can you put something else in the end, like something that starts with E, so your abbreviation is Ube? Something that starts with
Ultimate
E.
God.
bunso ever.
I am the ultimate Bunso.
I'm like, I'm not gonna play Wave. Let's make this new character. Give me all your money.
Well, yeah, I just love like that you know, you're a really cool chick. You're like,
Thanks.
it's so funny. Like, you came with ammo, and I love I love people that come to a podcast with some shit to say.
Yeah, I think it's because I grew up with because I wasn't around my siblings. I grew up with all my kuya's, and so it kind of feels like I'm with all my cousins.
We got the wine. We're gonna be able to sing. It's gonna be good.
Just hanging out, man.
Yeah, just hanging out.
The only thing we don't have is pulutan. We've got the some of
we
the
got the
like snacks and stuff.
the chocolate.
All right.
They confiscated the chicharron from.
Did they? That's so
not
sad.
even. So they bypassed the pulveron.
Pulveron,
and
They
the
always do
pastillas.
bypass the pulveron though. I would bring back the cookies and cream one because that used to be my favorite. Oh, good times.
Oh man.
See, I managed to bring the chicharron to put out my bum.
That's why it was extra crispy.
I thought it was vinegar flavored.
You're lucky that wasn't powdered chicharron by the time I was done. I sprinkle that on palabok or something.
You do it like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah. It's like a fine mist.
You get it from your ass. It's just one movement from your ass onwards.
Oh man!
Oh, bro, that's your talent if you are in a pageant.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd
Yeah,
be your talent,
talent
bro.
segment. I can turn chicharron into translucent
It's a powder ready for the palabok.
In the background, the music is like, she's got the look. She's got the look.
Lady in red.
Lady in red.
When I do that slow turn, the catch her in a turn.
and then smoke bomb.
Oh, he's still got leftover stuff from his ass.
Oh man, I don't know why, but like Rick James, give it to me, baby, like, going through my head. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man.
Because you're picturing 70s porn, that's why.
Yeah, with chicharron dust.
That's
Yeah.
what makes the lens.
It is just all the Filipino titos with the dirty mustache. Yeah, they all had it then. And they're built there for disco jeans
the
and
massive,
shit.
collars and
bro.
stuff.
Yeah, man.
Dude, those shirts. So there's a store called Cultura in the Philippines. They've got a lot of these shirts and the barongs and stuff. Those collars, they're like
It's cardboard,
they're
right?
the stiffest thing.
thick.
Yeah.
And
It's
and
like
I'm,
this plastic bit here.
yeah, and I'm like, what the heck? How do you? Is it just to make it easier to iron? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
They just flat on that, put the cocaine there. It was the 70s, right? They were inventive. It was a table.
You said that without flinching.
hesitation.
There was no hesitation in that at all. And that was
But
like,
you're not telling us.
oh man. And I'm upset because I didn't think of it. Like I'm upset. I'm like, damn.
All right, let's go with the fun fact of the week.
I wish I had a song as well that introduced me.
That's me every time.
Done. When I was in the Philippines, like usually when you go on holiday, it's one of those things where you don't watch what you eat, right? You just eat whatever is on there. But I mean, like for me, I was like, oh, maybe I should try to, watch what I eat and this and that. And I would look on the menu for things to eat, and I was like, what? Vegan longanisa. Vegan longanisa. I'm like, oh man, let's try this. And I was eating it. I'm like, oh, I'm healthy. I'm eating vegan longanisa. And I realized, like, it's from a place called Vigan CIty. There's a whole city of vegans in the Philippines.
Alas.
Where everything there is vegan. The longanisa is vegan.
It throws a different vibe to the question, are you vegan?
Yeah. Are you a vegan? Yeah, I was born in Vigan
born
CIty.
and raised.
Born and raised.
All my life.
Vigan CIty. The streets
How
are
do you
vegan.
do that?
The cathedral is vegan. Like everything there is vegan.
You're just eating the brick. Healthy.
Healthy. and because it made me think, because I'd never been to Vigan CIty at all, and it's a city in the west coast of Luzon. It's about 7 or 8 hours from Manila. Yeah. This is the fun fact.
We've done the drive.
I could just imagine using, oh, does longanisa taste like longanisa? Without the calories.
I mean, the calories are there, but there's just no meat.
Not that smart.
I was like, wow, there's no meat in this vegan longanisa. Wow.
Longan isn't.
Longanisa. Oh man! And apparently, so the other thing that it's known for is the Spanish colonial.
Yeah, the buildings.
The buildings,
the architecture.
Architecture. I've never been there. It looks really, really cool.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there. I think that trip, because we were driving up to Ilocos, so we had to stop somewhere. So we stopped in Vigan, and just walked around. Yeah, it's very colonial Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were making the vegan longanisa jokes.
So that was midway through your trip?
Yeah.
That was not where you began?
Oh my gosh.
Just galore.
That was in the, the carpenters and stuff? Because it's like a big thing with that fellow. We're already there.
I'm getting quicker now.
I tried to work my way back. Trying to Tarantino this shit.
Oh man. Oh dude. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you reckon the people of vegan are sick of vegan jokes?
I don't even know if they know.
They don't know.
I don't know, because when I was there.
Is there such thing as a Filipino vegan?
Yeah.
I mean, like in the Philippines, like
yeah.
If they went to the Philippines,
there's a lot of
is it a different name rather than vegan?
No, it's still vegan. There's a lot of in BCG. There's a lot of plant-based restaurants. I took my cousins there, like when I was.
Sure, the place wasn't called plant-based.
I don't know, maybe.
Everything's just a different title.
It's just a different.
There's gluten-free over there.
But it was in the middle of BCG.
BGC.
And a BGC. That's how long I've been there. I haven't been since
Bonifacio
2020.
Global City.
Yeah.
Or PG.
Because I was there with.
What?
BG's cousin.
Who's BG?
The Bee Gees.
The BG's cousin.
You know the beaches?
And the Bee.
They have a fourth cousin.
Oh, full circle, man.
And that's what you call a callback.
When you said earlier gluten free, I thought you said pollutant free. I was like, fuck, you can only drink, bro. You can't eat with your shit.
Is this pollutant free?
Not here in the Philippines. Everything is pollutant.
Bruh.
Or as long as you buy drinks, then the pollutant is free.
Oh, man.
We're going off the rails. I blame the carpenters.
Rats.
Go on, you still haven't said it. Good scum.
I shouldn't have started it, bro. He was already there.
Sorry, we were.
So what happens when you work out a lot? You get big guns? I don't know.
Keep going.
Oh my god. We have fun.
Yes,
But
you
yeah,
do.
the other thing, because like looking at all the food that we had, so much food. In our comments, some people say to us, they're like, "Oh, you always talk about the same foods. You don't know Filipino food," and they'll rattle off a whole bunch of other Filipino foods out there. Like we do know, man. We just we don't have to talk about all of them.
Yeah,
about
fuck
the
them. You know what I tell them?
classics.
Be gone.
Yeah. Oh man.
Giving me more ammo. This is great.
Oh man. And they do say that you are what you eat. It was just really hard for me to find handsome on the menu in the Philippines.
Unbelievable.
This guy wants to get kicked out of the podcast so badly.
So it's all right for you to say a joke like that, but not for me. God.
I couldn't find sexy cunt in there.
Can I please have a plate of sex cunt? Please.
There's a franchise called Romantic Baboy in the
Oh my
Philippines.
god, really?
And I was like, oh, this sounds like me.
You just take a
Because
picture
I am a
outside.
romantic pig.
I'm not fucking romantic. Wait, is it a K barbecue joint? Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah.
I love
Romantic Baboy.
the creativity and the names over there.
I know.
Oh, man.
Sorry, what were you talking about?
I don't even know. Oh, just saying that I brought my cousins to like a vegan restaurant in the Philippines and it was good. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we could do this again." And I'm like,
Did you tell them it was vegan or like?
yeah,
okay.
because they had to like accommodate for the bunso on my last day in the Philippines.
The ultimate
The
bunso
ultimate
ever.
bunso ever. Susana.
Ultimate bunso ever.
Wait, when you mentioned you were in the Outback not recently,
Yes.
like how hard is it to find vegan restaurants there?
Very.
Yeah,
The-
You just eat the bush taka.
yeah, man. There's everything's like
Bush.
got to be thrown in, right?
Just a plant.
She's chewing on eucalyptus leaves.
I'm just up a tree.
It's like the lolly.
Fucking koalas are looking at you like, fuck that bitch.
She's my
She's
first.
taking my shit.
Now she thinks she's a koala now. Trying to get into
asleep.
our culture.
Just sleep
The
the whole time.
koala's like, go back to where you came from. Holy shit. Coughing it from a koala.
Oh, man.
Just like pageant fans.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting snippets of what was going on.
Yeah. No, that was very like open out there. They were saying, "Congratulations, Miss Philippines." I'm like, bruh, listen to how I talk.
Yeah.
Do I sound like Miss Philippines? No.
I'm more Miss Penrith than anything.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Well, that's where I live now.
Hey.
Yeah.
The reef.
The riff. Very nice now. Yeah, and I was like, what do you need me to prove that I'm Australian? Do you need my birth certificate? Do you need the fact that I was born in Westmead Hospital?
Man, they did you like a bomb.
Shout out.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I was like, do you not see how tall I am? Like
I saw how tall you are.
When you walked in, I was like, fuck.
Sorry, guys.
Are you sure she's Filipino?
The Australians are on the other side. The Australian Cheatcoders, not here.
The Australian cheatcoders.
that's the wrong one.
I saw you walk in, I was like, lucky we're sitting down for this.
All right. I was like, do I need to just like?
I was like, it was great
Let
to
me just
meet
start.
you.
Let me just get in the
That's why I
frame
was
so I
like,
look
no,
bigger.
I'm hugging.
Move closer to the camera so I look bigger. Okay.
Nah, I'm used to it.
That's funny, man.
I felt like dunking on you.
You could.
She'll just block your shit.
I was like,
I was
I thought we were like interviewing Susana Downes. Like I thought it's not Kai Soto. I thought.
But yeah, when I saw you come walk in, I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit.
I'm deceptive in many ways. You see Susana Downes, you think, okay, white chick. Hello. No. Think, oh, she's Filipino.
But she's too tall.
Hi. Well, that's my conundrum with every type of like casting. I'm either too tall to be Asian or I'm too Asian to be Australian.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of casting, like, I mean, the last show, The Unusual Suspects,
Yeah.
that's what, 2021? You guys
We
filmed
released
that
it 2021, but we filmed it
during COVID?
during COVID.
Wow.
Started
Shit.
September of 2020.
Wow.
How was it? What was it like during the lockdown period? Filming a movie.
So we were doing like pre-production stuff, like properly in lockdown, like May.
Yep.
We did the table read through Zoom, like everyone else did. We did like a cultural Zoom call just to like make sure we're ticking all the boxes for the Filipino side through Zoom.
Was
And
there
then-
was there a Filipino correspondent?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
like a
consultant.
consultant.
Yeah. Well, one of our producers. Yeah, we had one of our producers. He and like writers. He was there like just to double check that we were like representing ourselves correctly. And then we had a big like team of all the Filipino cast and crew.
Yep.
And we were like, okay, we need to make sure we have the Balikbayan box. We need to make sure we have
Hey.
at least one karaoke song. So they sang Air Supply. which is great.
Which one was it?
What's the?
Don't stop believing.
No. That's Journey.
Oh, it is too.
But you need air supply to walk the journey, so
Air
you're
Supply
not
is-
wrong.
I'm trying to think
It's
of
the
it
Air
as well.
Supply song.
Isn't it like? Wait,
It's the song
You're
from-
the inspiration.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it wasn't that one though.
That's a different
It's
band.
All
songs
I know is that's
from-
from Elite Beat Agents on the Nintendo DS.
I'm all
That's
out
it.
of love.
That's one. That one.
I'm
So,
so
that
lost
one.
without
Yeah.
you.
It was
I thought that was Jagged Edge. No,
No,
I'm
that's
just kidding.
Air Supply.
That was like 27893.
100.
I thought that was Drake.
It's a sample. Sample.
Oh man.
Notorious.
Yeah. But filming that, it was like we'd have to do COVID rat tests every week.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because we were all just in a bubble of
Yep.
each other. And then
So you stayed in the same hotel. The
no,
same.
I was living with my parents in the hills,
Okay.
so I would just be going to and from set every
Oh, shit.
day. But then this was when like lockdown was kind of lessening, so we were still able to go out.
Okay,
But
okay.
like
it wasn't the LGA stuff.
no. So I was still able to like. This is when I like first started dating my partner. So we were like in the like
Honeymoon phase.
stage,
Yeah.
and
Was he like, I'm dating a movie star?
yeah, he was a little bit. Sorry,
She didn't even fight it.
he was like,
Dating a
wait, you're gonna
movie
be on
star.
TV? Oh my god, that's so exciting! Wow.
Oh, he was a fan.
Can we Netflix and chill with your movie?
Well, now we can.
Whoa, that's weird, bro.
Now
That'll
we
be
can.
strange, man.
Oh, can you clean my room? You're cleaner.
No scene at all. Do I clean? Spoiler alert: she's a cleaner. She doesn't clean. But like we go into the makeup trailer, get hair and makeup done, then put a mask straight on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'd
Is there a
rehearse.
special mask to take off?
No,
I mean,
like
did
we had those shields, but they just like we would rehearse and it just wouldn't feel right.
Yep.
So then we would just wear normal masks, and then as soon as they were like, okay, cameras up, we take the masks off, hair and makeup would come in and quickly touch us up, so we didn't look like we'd been wearing a mask all day.
Yep.
And then straight in, shoot.
Damn.
That's
Do the
cool.
roll. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna watch the whole movie, just trying to figure out like if anyone left like a line here with a mask covering.
Or there's a mask on the table, like the coffee cup in
There's
Game
a
of Thrones.
scene where one of our main characters does wear a mask, but it makes sense in
Is
The
this-
in the
context.
plot. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Okay,
context
okay.
of the scene of
Right,
that
right.
episode.
I'm sure cleaners
Yeah.
were wearing masks before COVID anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it wasn't just a COVID thing.
Yeah,
No.
you get
Asians were
dusty
doing
shit
it way
all the
before
time.
it was
Right.
cool.
Right, like I was
You just got it on the wave.
I was in the Philippines January 2020, and this is when
Oh shit.
Pinatubo had like just
Oh,
been like
yeah.
like had slightly erupted.
Yeah.
And so like there was still debris and stuff in the air. So like everyone in the Philippines was wearing masks, and they were kind of sold out. And then I got back from the Philippines, and then suddenly COVID hit. And so I was like, am I sick? I was okay.
Hey.
I was like, I'm not the one.
Hooray.
I'm not patient zero for Australia.
Oh
Thank
wow,
God.
that would have been rough.
I would have been so scared. But yeah,
That
That would give you more exposure.
I
right?
mean, I could have gotten
Literally
my blue
as
tick a
well.
lot faster.
like you could like if you were like patient one. By the way, I got an album out.
yeah,
Best marketing.
Yeah, because that's what the news
that's
will
exactly
say.
it.
Yeah.
It'd be so well to be able to just sing.
Yeah, this is my album called "Thank You for Your Patience." So good.
Under the
spread the
stage
word,
name Patient
please.
Zero.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
for your
patience. What's it called? Track 2 is Patient Love
Patiently waiting for you.
Through a bubble.
through a bubble. Oh man.
Yeah. No, but filming that, yeah, like it was because I was still still am working retail, but I was working retail at the time, not every day, and then just getting to go on set 5 days a week was like so like life reaffirming.
People at work and stuff, they'll be like, hey man, I got to see your show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Or they'll
gangsta.
be like, wait, you're on Netflix? Doing what? I'm like, oh, this is my show. What, you're on the poster? I'm like, yeah, I'm one of the
Yeah.
lead characters. Oh,
That's gangster.
what do you mean? I'm like, yeah. They're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I've got bills to pay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's only one series.
Yeah, we filmed it 3 years ago. Like, but it's still, yeah, like we were nominated for a Logie last year, so we were lucky enough to go. SBS flew us up to the Gold Coast, and
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I was like living my best life. Oh no, he's not Andrew J anymore. Osher walked past me. He's like, sorry, excuse me. I'm like, oh, okay, anything for you, Osher. Go ahead.
Usher was there.
No, bro.
You wish.
Did he do the U-turn?
Usher Ginsburg.
In the 80s. Right from top end.
I wish. Could you imagine?
Usher at the Logies, man.
No, bro. I'll be like USHERINYM. It's so good.
It's just an Usher concert. It's not the Logies anymore. It's just an Usher
Oh,
concert.
bro. Everything's an Usher concert.
That would have been a
bro.
free Usher concert.
Hey.
It's so good that there were consultants or like that people thought of putting in that representation.
Yeah.
You guys thought about having to like, let's make sure that we have this, that have all of these elements in
Yeah.
there because it having that representation really, really matters, I think.
Yeah, it was super important, especially like growing up in the 90s and 2000s, not having someone on TV that was like that looked like me. Like all I had was Kathleen from High Five, and I was
Shout outs
shout out to Kathleen De Leon.
Let's all have a moment and reminisce about the times we saw Kathleen on TV.
Oh man, I had a crush on her.
Yeah.
She went to my high school.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so she came and like.
So that means we're
like,
closer to Kathleen
talked.
right now.
Yeah, 2 degrees of separation.
Let's get her on the show.
Oh,
I don't know if she's still living on a boat. Like her and her husband.
We'll go to
and her
we'll
two
get our own
kids,
boat and we'll go
They
to
were
her.
like living like on a boat abroad, and I think their home base was the States because her daughters have American accents.
Right.
So I was like, this is wild. Like the two of them are like her husband was the what's his name? Not the main
Isn't
dude
she
from
like
Savage
Savage
Garden.
Garden? Yeah.
The other guy from Savage Garden is
Yeah.
her
The
husband.
guitarist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the producer, he's her husband, but then they have 2 daughters, and I think they like
They lived on
lived
a
on
boat.
a boat. Yeah.
Like on the Murray River or something.
I don't know, just all around. Like they were everywhere.
Very cool.
Yeah, but then
Very
she
cool.
would
See
come-
like Para River.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Charles
It's just
Like,
there.
I'll
She went
see you guys
from-
at Darling Harbour.
She went from High Five to High Tide.
Hey,
Oh, God.
he's looking around for acknowledgement.
Break the fourth wall.
Is that that's what I need to do now? I need to
Cameras.
like look at camera more often, just like make this face when I tell
It's
when I
so
tell a joke.
effective if you say your pun to the camera.
Yeah.
Disube. Jeez.
Far out, man.
So in the movie, do you have like a love team partner?
I actually
So who's
do.
your love team?
I have a
Sam Milby.
no.
It's Tom Milby.
Although like
So it's,
teenage me
Sam
would have
Willoughby.
been so like, oh my god, Sam Milby, loved him, and Piolo Pascual,
Oh, man.
young me. No, the guy that plays my character's love interest, Ari Boyland, he is a New Zealander actor. He was actually a Power Ranger.
That was it.
Yeah. I can't remember what season it was, but like this is when he was a little bit younger, and so he was the Blue Power Ranger.
Hey.
So I remember like looking him up and being like, oh my god, my character's dating a Power Ranger. Oh my god, it's so exciting. And then I looked him up and I was like, okay, cool, I could do this. And he's really nice. His wife is also really nice.
I have to emphasize that part.
And then like my partner was a bit like, oh, you like have a boyfriend on there, and I'm like, don't worry, babe. Like, it's all you. Don't worry. Yeah.
Your boyfriend was like, oh, I was the Green Ranger. So
It would have matched. He's a ginger. So like,
Was he the Red Ranger?
I mean, I'll get in that costume. Why not? Yellow Ranger, right?
Imagine taking off the helmet to see more red. Wow, this helmet is so effective. But shout out to your boyfriend.
Yeah. Shout out Lachlan. Thank you for
Hey.
introducing me to the Cheatcoders.
Hey.
It's literally all because of him that I'm here.
Really?
It was Tito Planet was the intro to me sitting in this chair.
Wow.
Good old
man.
Tito Planet.
Love
He's
it.
your
Yeah.
ninong.
Yeah. How dare you pay him out, man? How dare you?
Don't worry. We'll do this for all the redheaded Filipinos out there.
Eventually, look, fingers crossed, when the time comes and we have kids, that's all I want is at least one of them
Redheaded.
to just have like they'll be quarter Filipino.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping
Yeah.
filler face, red hair.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Please.
That would be.
Please.
Tall as fuck.
That's
Yeah.
me.
He's 6'3",
oh man.
191 centimeters. So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
That would be that would be like torture to be like seeing all your family being able to tan and then you can't tan.
Well,
like, oh man.
I hope they get my melanin.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, I did
Just
get
picking and
sunburnt
choosing.
last day of filming in the outback. I got like sunburnt on my chest and my back, but I lasted 2 weeks without getting sunburnt
Outback.
All right.
at the outback.
Does the Outback have an Outback steakhouse?
No,
It's just called steakhouse.
it's just exactly. It's just a
It's called here
steakhouse.
steakhouse.
It's the pub. Everywhere has steak.
I used to work in retail, and like when you go to the back, someone would yell out "Outback," and then people will reply "Steakhouse."
I'm gonna start doing that now
doing
over the
it.
comms.
Yeah, every time someone says "Outback,"
Steakhouse.
steakhouse.
Be like, what the
Like,
fuck?
Santa, where are you? I'm out back. Steakhouse.
Eventually, they'll literally
They'll get
be
sick
there.
of me. Prepare.
And they'll be like,
right
"You're
now.
at the steakhouse. Give me a blooming onion, please."
See, that's one of the things I can still eat at Outback Steakhouse. I can have a bloomin' onion. I can have the little mushies, the
Caesar
mushrooms.
salad there is really good.
It was, yeah.
Was.
It was in like when I could eat it.
All right.
Because I
I
used
mean, you
to.
still can. Just
I can. I
not-
just gotta pick things out.
You just can't have the what's it called?
The crouton.
Anchovies.
Oh no, the anchovies and the little bacon bits.
Yeah.
And I used to
the
always
best
have
bits,
chicken.
So you're just eating a lettuce,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
but they have a
man.
plant-based burger there now, so I'm like,
Ah.
oh, we can go.
Nice.
So I still feel like I'm included. We love. There's a
Alright.
the Outback Steakhouse in Penrith is actually really like the food's really good,
Yeah.
and so but I can have a burger now, and I'm like, I'm allowed to be here. It's okay. I feel included.
Representation.
Yeah, representation. I have a burger.
I love it. Like you represent for everything that you are.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the vegan side, the Filipino side, the tall Asian side.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
The
Like,
obnoxious side. Yeah.
I love it. The pageant side.
The pageant side.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, are there any other upcoming pageants that, what was it like? You're not doing pageant?
No, so
anymore?
I'm competing in Miss Galaxy Australia in May 6th.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I'm in prep for that. I treat beauty pageants like I would a bodybuilding comp.
Get
so
it.
I go for I work with a coach. I'm meeting with my pageant coaches on Thursday. Just kind of going over what we need to do, how to prep for this one, because it's different to Miss Earth, where like Miss Earth was very much like my research on environmental issues and causes and all of that was like the main focus. And then I was also training at the gym and eating in a way that was going to get me stage ready. And I'm still doing the same things. I'm implementing what I did at WBFF last year, but a little bit less. Like I'm trying to eat more food than what I did.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You're not
yeah.
trying to look saran wrapped.
No,
ripped.
and I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's that? But yeah, this time around, it's more just like,
Imagine
I
me
can still be a bit
jacked
softer.
and wearing the crown.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
wanna
my,
mess with you.
yeah, like there's like some of my idols in the bodybuilding like world, like they're the fitness women and they're shredded. But then when they win like world champions or like country champions, they have their crowns. And it's just like,
Oh,
so
wow.
nice. It's so nice.
So Miss Galaxy, don't you think it's a bit arrogant to not include other planets?
I know. Well, where's Gamora? She's the guardian of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Where's she?
Oh, that'd be sick.
She makes a
You're
good
holding,
point.
imagine like in somewhere in Iceland, they have
Yeah.
a Miss Filipino event
Yeah.
and no one's Filipino there.
It's rude.
Yes, it is.
It's rude. I should just paint myself green
That's it.
for Miss Galaxy.
Hearts and
Don a
fire.
wig.
Gamora's
I'm not
watching
dyeing
down
this
there.
back to black anytime soon.
Miss
It's
Earth,
too expensive.
you're researching about the environment and stuff.
Yeah.
Miss Galaxy, you're
Researching about the
aliens.
stars.
And
The
the
aliens,
stars.
yeah.
One of her talents is to be a cosplaying as Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
With a hard J.
I mean, that's the dream, though. Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Hell
That's
yes.
the ultimate dream. Like, I feel like.
you're closer to that dream because they're filming like a couple
they
of stuff.
film
here
Yeah,
now.
they film like in the Gold Coast or like Fox Studios now. But I feel like everything that I've kind of been leading into, like going through like the bodybuilding stuff and then also being an actor, they kind of mesh together in that world.
Yep.
And like there's a new, she's relatively new, Filipino Marvel superhero, Wave. She's hydrokinetic, so she like controls water.
Yep.
And I'm just like,
You're just waiting for that
that's
opportunity.
the one. Yeah.
That's it.
So I
We
put
could
it
be
out there
sitting
into
next to the next wave.
I put it out there in
the
the universe.
new wave.
New way.
From this to this.
From this to this.
The power is to pull the sweat out of Don's pores.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's my superpower. I'm hydrokinetic. I can
Yeah.
draw the moisture
The
out of my body.
hydration out of your
Yeah,
own body.
exactly.
They'll never catch it because you're too big. Oh, shit. Some different layers of. Get it? Anyone?
And when I eat too much rice, I get a big ass.
So, carpenter.
So you're gonna be wave. You're gonna be a wave, and he's
Yeah.
gonna be fist pump.
Sure, I'm the sidekick.
Okay.
It's like,
Wave.
what are we gonna do, Wave?
Sure, no, sure.
What are we gonna do, Wave? Jiminy Jellikers.
Well, they're
gonna
from
fight
Cebu.
crime.
Oh,
She's
nice.
from Cebu, so like half of her dialogue in the comics are all in Tagalog,
So-
but it just says translated from Tagalog. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
So she
Like
makes really
Ma.
good lechon as well.
Oh,
Yeah, because of the
man.
Lechon Festival.
Yeah.
She'd have to.
You're still like auditioning for movies and things like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I get like my agent will submit me for everything that he can, and then the things that they come back with, and I'll audition for. Most of the stuff that you audition for now are all on tape at home. So my boyfriend has learnt how to become like a line reader,
Nice.
and he's always like, I could do this.
He psychs himself up for
He's
it.
like, yeah, he's like, or like we'll do a scene. He's like, I had to read a lot of characters. You just had to read one. I should get booked for this job. Or he'll ask me like, are there any couples? Like he'll ask me how much they are, and like for a commercial, it's like a few grand, which is great for like one day of filming.
Yeah.
So good. Like I think I paid for most of my Christmas presents last year from a Han Superdry commercial that I did.
Hey.
Oh, you were on that.
Yeah,
I did see.
which we just saw.
Was that the running one?
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm the girl that goes in front of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw that the other night watching Ant-Man. I was like, oh, that's me. And he's like, and Lachlan's sitting next to me. He's like, babe, you're so loud. I'm like, but I've not seen it in person yet. I'm so excited.
Did you stand up and turn around to the audience? And
No,
be
I
like,
kind of just did. No,
Started a sign.
Guys, that was me. It was me.
no, I was just kind of just yelling it. And there's people sitting next to it and they're like, okay. I'm like, no, that was, anyway, I'm going to go to sleep now.
Paul Rudd's next to you, be like,
I'm
we know.
Sorry, Paul Rudd.
Now let's watch me.
Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul. I fell asleep
Sorry,
in
Roddy.
Ant-Man Quantumania. I'm so sorry.
You went into the
See,
quantum
It
realm.
was
I feel like all of the Marvel movies now, like there's some element of it is filmed here in Australia.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the credits, it says like Government of New South
Yeah.
Wales or something like that.
Yeah, and then some of them are edited by Australian
Yeah.
visual effects artists. I think my cousin works for, well, I don't know if he still does, but he worked for a visual effects company, and they did Thor Ragnarok,
Hey.
which is very cool. Like when the credits came up, I was like,
That's my cousin.
Paris
That's my
down,
cousin.
yeah. And they're like,
Pause it and
shut
then take a
up.
photo.
You watch
Yeah.
the credits go up there.
Yeah.
So, wait,
Well, I
what's
mean,
his name?
if you're in a Marvel movie, you are staying
Yeah.
for those credits.
It's like, babe, you're so
Oh, bro.
loud.
yeah.
You,
He's getting used to it now. I'm like
when you're watching the credits in a Marvel movie and you see people walking off, you become the most judgmental
right?
person.
You peasants.
You don't
What
know.
are you doing?
What a bunch of
You
plebs.
don't even know.
You're not going to understand the next movie.
Yeah.
You're going to be like,
There's
why is there a lot of this people?
There's
I'm trying not to
always
spoil
the
anything.
question. It's like, is there another scene after this?
Yeah.
Is there another scene? Because they have the mid credits
Yeah.
and then the end credit scene.
You wait for those lights to come up.
Yeah.
That's the only time you're allowed to leave.
Mm.
It's become
Like the
tradition.
After party.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
Everyone
kick-ons.
else is going home.
Are we doing kick-ons? Are we doing
Yeah,
kick-ons?
movie kick-ons.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Oh man.
Okay, well, that was a great conversation with you on the
Thank you.
podcast. I just realized we're having less time on.
I feel like we could just chat.
We
for
could
know,
chat
legit.
for a long
hours,
time.
dude.
Yeah.
But lucky you're sitting down, so I don't have to break my neck chatting to you.
This is why my like go-to is just, I'll just sit. It's fine. Thank you.
But like, is there any projects coming up that you would like to promote, or anything that you
Plug.
Anything you want to plug?
Obviously, watch The Unusual Suspects on Netflix
Hey.
now.
Hey.
If you've got 4 hours to kill, watch that. It's an easy watch.
Yep.
And I have something in the pipeline. It's not out until late April, early May. Can't really talk about it. That's why I was in the Outback, but something
Hey.
very, very exciting.
Let us know. We'll
Yeah,
plug it.
absolutely. And
And then if you've seen
support
the
me
Han
on
commercial,
Han Super Dry. And
see her running in the
yeah,
corner.
yeah, just avoiding. And yeah, my candidacy for Miss Galaxy Australia 2023.
When is that out?
The coronation night is May 6th
Hey.
at Bankstown Sports Club.
Hey.
Nice.
Local.